app and at AstroRadio.com. Listen Friday night at 6:30 for Sterling Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Sports Channel. Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Sports Channel on Astra Radio featuring live coverage of Sterling football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Stream live audio and video on the free Ad-Astra Radio app and at AdAstraRadio.com. Listen Friday night at 6:30 for Sterling Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Ad-Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Sports Channel on Ad-Astra Radio, featuring live coverage of Sterling football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Stream live audio and video on the free Ad-Astra Radio app and at AdAstraRadio.com. Listen Friday night at 6:30 for Sterling Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Ad-Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Sports Channel on Ad-Astra Radio, featuring live coverage of Sterling football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Stream live audio and video on the free Ad-Astra Radio app and at AdAstraRadio.com. Listen Friday night at 6:30 for Sterling Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Ad-Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Sports Channel on Ad-Astra Radio, featuring live coverage of Sterling football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Stream live audio and video on the free football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Stream live audio and video on the free Ad-Astra Radio app and at AdAstraRadio.com. Listen Friday night at 6:30 for Sterling Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Ad-Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Ad-Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Sports Channel on Ad-Astra. You found the Sterling Sports Channel on Ad-Astra Radio, featuring live coverage of Sterling football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Stream live audio and video on the free Ad-Astra Radio app and at AdAstraRadio.com. Listen Friday night at 6:30 for Sterling Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Ad Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Sports Channel on Ad Astra Radio, featuring live coverage of Sterling football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Stream live audio and video on the free Ad Astra Radio app and at adastraradio.com. Listen Friday night at 6:30 for Sterling Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports Channel from Ad Astra Radio. You found the Sterling Sports Channel on Ad Astra Radio, featuring live coverage of Sterling football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Stream live audio and video on the free Ad Astra Radio app and at adastraradio.com. Listen Friday night at 6:30 for Sterling Black Bear football with Brian Richter and Clark Comley on the Sterling Sports.
The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Radio Sports Network, the statewide leader in local sports coverage. Stream Ad Astra Radio's local sports coverage on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Download it now. Coming up on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll break down tonight's matchup and preview other key games on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine in Hutchinson, Kansas. We take pride in supporting our community and our student athletes. Hi, I'm the General Manager, Don Glassman. We want to wish our area teams a fun and memorable season. A great person once said, victory is in the quality of competition and not the final score. Visit online AllenSamuelsHutch.com and follow us on Facebook for weekly giveaways and special events. And as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends.
AdAstraRadio.com.
It's week 4 of the 2025 high school football season, and you are listening to Sterling Black Bear football, and we have rolled into Ellinwood with this Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Tonight it's the matchup of unbeatens as the 3-0 Sterling Black Bears take on the 3-0 Ellinwood Eagles. I'm Brian Richter along with Clark the Shark Comley with studio engineer Rockin' Heath Schroeder. You're tuned into Sterling Black Bear football on Sterling Radio and Black Bear Broadcasting. The Black Bears enter tonight coming off a 60-47 shootout win over Inman last Friday. Senior running back Zane Farney, well, he exploded for 5 touchdowns, 255 yards rushing, including runs of 47 and 76 yards in the opening quarter. Wyatt Newberry, he had a hand in everything. An over 70-yard interception that he returned for a touchdown, only to have it called back on a controversial block in the back call. He added 2 rushing touchdowns, and quarterback Logan Isaac added a short rushing score, while Darren Maxwell, he snagged his second interception in as many weeks, and Sterling offense proved it can go punch for punch in a high-scoring game, while the defense delivered the key stops when it mattered most. The Eagles, now they enter tonight undefeated after shutting out Osawatomie 21-0 on Friday. It was a long night in more ways than one for Osawatomie, which made the 3-hour, 18-minute, 203-mile trip to Ellinwood only to see the game called after a single quarter. Ellinwood picked up Osawatomie after Stanton County canceled its 11-man season in favor of an 8-man schedule. That change left Syracuse as the only 11-man 1A school west of Highway 183, which runs north and south through Hayes. The game, as I mentioned, was halted early after one quarter by lightning. But in that short span, senior running back Austin Brock put on a show. He scored all 3 Eagle touchdowns, including a 95-yard sprint, one of the longest scoring plays in Ellinwood high school football history. Brock also added runs of 20 yards and 7 yards, finishing with a trio of scores before the weather brought the contest to an early end. The strong start builds off a 2024 season where Ellinwood went 4-5 under fourth-year head coach Brett Stent, competing against one of the state's toughest schedules. Their 4 losses all came against quality opponents, Sterling, Hutch Trinity, Conway Springs, and Medicine Lodge, and the Eagles were in position to finish above 500 before Stanton County forfeited in Week 9. The graduation of three-sport star Landon Simpson, now at Dodge City Community College, left a huge hole, but veterans like Drake Hossman, Ty Hammocky, and Austin Brock, Adam Hayes, and Luke Hines have stepped up. Combined with the physical front line of Ethan Schlachtermeyer, Nick Miller, and Trace Tudor, this year's Eagles, they do have both the size and the skill to make a serious playoff push. Ellinwood's other wins this season came in decisive fashion: a 38-0 shutout of Syracuse, a 43-6 rout of Harrington. And behind Brock's explosiveness, Hossman's consistency, and that veteran offensive line, the Eagles have quickly established themselves as one of the surprises of this 1A football season. When these two met in 2024, Sterling's offense rose to the challenge against an Ellinwood defense that had been allowing just over 10 points a game. The Black Bears prevailed 41-35, their highest scoring output of the season. Farney rushed for 178 yards and 4 touchdowns, his third straight game last year with at least 178 yards, and dating back to the previous season. Wyatt Newberry, of course, well, he added 61 yards and a touchdown on just 8 carries. For Ellinwood, Landon Simpson, he ran for 133 yards and 2 scores, while Drake Hossman set a new career high with 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. The win evened Sterling's record at 2-2 and snapped Ellinwood's 3-game winning streak to 3-1. Sterling is 3-0 for the first time since 1992, when Monty Ball's Black Bears opened with wins over Inman, Mound Ridge, and Fairfield before running into Wichita Collegiate and a freshman named D'Angelo Evans, who had become the Kansas's all-time leading rusher. Sterling wouldn't lose again until the second round of the playoffs at Heston, the eventual 3A state champions. The last time Sterling started 4-0 was 36 seasons ago in 1989 under head coach Mike Berblinger. That happened to be my first year as an assistant, when the Bears opened 8-0 before falling to Peabody in the first round of the playoffs. This is one of the Sterling's longest running rivalries. Just 30 miles apart, the two schools first met in 1932 with Ellinwood winning 18-0. Tonight, it marks the 84th meeting. The series couldn't be closer. Sterling leads 43-38 with 3 ties, and since 2009, Sterling has won all 8 matchups in the modern era. But the Eagles' strong start has this one shaping up as a true test. Well, you want to stay with us after this break as Clark Comley, well, we'll bring him in and he'll break down the game with Sterling head coach Brent Schneider, and also Dusty Dinas gets insights from Ellinwood head coach Brett Stent. This is the Midway Motors Drive to the Game from Ellinwood and the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Sterling Black Bear football on Sterling Radio and Black Bear Broadcasting.
Or on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. More local sports coverage at AstroRadio.com with exclusive stories and game day audio.
Today's technology and yesterday's values. Your Central Prairie Co-op team. Helping maximize crops and growing that livestock. Your partner in production, count on CPC. With full service and convenience, locations close to you, where full value's always guaranteed. You get today's technology and yesterday's values. Call your Central Prairie Co-op team.
At Health Equip, we are committed to bringing comfort to you and your home. That's why we specialize in health and mobility products designed to keep you feeling your best and living with ease. From CPAPs and BiPAPs to oxygen services and respiratory supplies, our full line of equipment is backed by friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to help find the right fit. Right now, enjoy 20% off our power mobility products and lift chairs. Find us at healthequip.com or visit us in Hutchinson, Newton, and McPherson. Health Equip, comfort, care, and a better way to live.
Hi, this is Todd Rowland. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated staff here in Sterling values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. A proud supporter of Black Bear and Warrior events, Bank of the Plains, an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
From the first heartbeat to breathing easier and life-changing triumphs, healing every step of the way, strengthening your future with advanced imaging and labs for precise answers, and compassionate care every step of the way, because every moment of health matters. Hutchinson Regional Medical Center, caring for every chapter of your life.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Brent Snyder Coaches Show. Big win last night over Inman. What was your favorite thing about that night?
Yeah, it was an exciting game. I think my favorite thing was just to see our kids not waver. Our offense was cooking. Our defense was struggling a little bit. We gave up an early kick return touchdown. But our kids, they were just bought in, and they didn't waver one bit. They played hard the whole game, and I was just super proud of them for stepping up.
Talk a little bit about all the points scored both ways. I don't know that I ever remember a game with that many points.
Yeah, what a crazy game. Inman is a great offense. We've kind of had a defense that attacks from the perimeter in years past, and even when they were really good, we could kind of get them in some things. And this year we're running a defense that's a little bit different because we knew we have these off-tackle teams like Conway, and we got knocked out of the playoffs by Valley Heights last year. So our goal was to kind of get a defense to fit some of those teams. And Inman kind of punched us in the mouth and showed us some things. I think they ran every single little thing in their playbook at us. We had a little double flea flicker pass, and they really opened it up, knew they had to really do everything they could to attack us, and power to them. They put up some points on us, but offensively we're rolling, and I think that's something we put up a lot of points against good defenses week in and week out, and I think that's just kind of our identity right now.
Yeah, I would say that is your identity. So we're going to roll this offensive juggernaut into Ellinwood this week. What do you know about Ellinwood?
They want to play a little bit like us. They want to control the clock, and they want to pound the ball in the middle. They're not quite as, what I would say, maybe cute on the perimeter, but they are very physical inside. Their splits are going to be very tight. They're going to run a lot of dive, ISO, power stuff inside, and if you can't stop it, it's a long night. We feel pretty good about some of our adjustments defensively, and we think our kids are ready to go. We had a great practice. Our scout team this week, wow, they really stepped up and took a lot of pride in it, and so they got a sticker for their reward for the week, and I'm excited to see how our defense can play against Ellinwood's offense because we had a great week of scout team.
Well, it's important, and you've got a lot of guys, and they're all contributing at whatever level they're at.
Absolutely.
So great job, Coach. Congratulations on how things are going, and we'll see you tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you.
What makes Sterling College special?
Oh, the coaches here are very open to talking to you, deeper than just a coach, like how a coach would normally talk to you at most institutes. They want to know about your family. They want to know about you. You know, it's deeper than just come here and help us win. You know, they want to know who you are.
Learn with purpose at Sterling College. Visit sterling.edu today.
If high fertilizer prices have you scratching your head, call our team of professionals at Heartland Soil Services and let us help you determine exactly what you need, where you need it, for all of your fertility needs. If you've grid soil sampled within the last 4 years, we've got the data to make the prescription to put your fertilizer exactly where you need it. Or, if you'd like to try a grid soil sample, call us today and we can help.
Heartland Soil Services.
And remember, unless you test, it's just a guess.
If you're looking for a friendly dentist that makes you feel at home, make an appointment with Dr. Douglas Henshaw, DDS in Sterling. Dr. Henshaw takes pride in maintaining your dental health and beautifying smiles, specializing in orthodontics, bleaching, veneers, fillings, crowns, and bridges. Dr. Henshaw's office can also help with personally fitted mouth guards, mini implants, TMJ, and sleep apnea. Online at henshawdds.com. Trust your smile to Dr. Douglas Henshaw, DDS in Sterling.
At Blue Stem Communities, they believe in living well at every stage of life. With trusted locations in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson, they're proud to offer vibrant senior living options from independent living to assisted care and skilled nursing. Each community is grounded in compassion, connection, and a commitment to nonprofit mission. Come and see what living well can be at Blue Stem Communities. Live well with Blue Stem Communities in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson.
Welcome back here on our Midway Motors Drive to the Game on Sterling Radio and Ad Astra Radio Network here, as we're joined now by the head coach of the Ellinwood Eagles, Brent Stent. Coach, first of all, thanks for taking some time to be with us. It's been a good start to your season here in 2025. You're 3-0 and really doing a nice job with the ground game and being efficient in that area. You are being led by Austin Brock with 455 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground, but a pretty good balance it looks like, and picking up 3 wins to start the year. How do you feel about the way the kids have developed as the season's gone on, and where are you at heading into district play?
The biggest thing this year, we just have kids stepping up that haven't been able to step up in the past. Like you said, Austin Brock, he's our leading rusher right now, and last year, about midway through the year, he broke his arm. So he missed it. So, we really didn't know what we were going to get out of him. He's just a hard runner. We give him the ball, he's going to get what he can get. But it's a nice package that we have in the backfield. We have a senior led right now. So Austin Brock, then we have Drake Hossman, and then we have Leighton Wirtz. So with our triple option, our power option, those 3 boys do really, really good. We've had a sophomore quarterback have to step up as our starter got hurt, but hopefully we can get him back. But if not, this sophomore, he's taking the ropes and he's doing what he's supposed to do. So going into district play, gonna be big. Sterling's good. I think Sterling's been on the up and up for a while now, and I think this is their year to take a big run. And I hope that we can, put a little stop into that, hopefully.
Again, just kind of looking at how things have gone for you over the last few games, and obviously their last week you took on an Osawatomie team. You've been all over the place. Tell me about your schedule, because you have Syracuse, Harrington, Osawatomie. There's just not a lot of 1A schools around you, so at some point you got to travel, right?
Yeah, so sadly we're in a league that they all play 8-man or 6-man football. And so we're the only 11-player, 11-man team, so we have to reach out. And there's a lot of teams who, around us, they have league. So they join into those leagues, and then it gets rough. My first year here, we traveled to Olpe, Smith Center. We did all that route, and then now we're going more, southwest. But we didn't have a week 3 game, so we called Osawatomie, and, it all worked out. So we're just trying to get the kids as many games as possible and get as good as we can get.
You talked about Sterling, your opponent here tonight, on the up and up. This is a team that's 3-0 as well, and boy, they've been able to show the ability to score and move the football for sure offensively. Dive a little bit deeper into Sterling and what makes them so good. What are your impressions of them through the first 3 games?
Sterling runs kind of the same offense we do, or same formations, but they do it a lot differently. They do it pretty crisp. I think they've had coaches at it for a long time, and these kids have bought into their program. The biggest thing I can see is they got a good quarterback. And they have a stud at fullback. So, if we can shut those 2 down, us coaching staff and us as a team, we've talked about, if we can shut down those 2, we will allow the other 2 guys in the backfield to kind of, score and get yards. So the biggest thing with them is they don't mess up. They do the right things all the time. And so we're just trying to coach our kids to, follow them. Look at Sterling as a team that you want to be like. But then when we see them on a Friday night, we have to be able to go out there and try to beat them. So
when you look at this first district, I mean, the districts are set up differently, and obviously in 1A, like a lot of teams are making playoffs no matter how you finish in the district. But when you talk to the kids about the importance of getting off to a good start here in district play, how big is that here, and especially in a matchup like this against Sterling?
I think it's huge. I think our district has been very dominant the last few years. With Sterling, Conway, Medicine Lodge is in there, Hutch Trinity's doing their thing. Biggest thing for us is to compete. Do what we need to do and make ourselves better. We talk a lot about doing what's right for our team. We can't do the little mistakes. We can't let our emotions get ahead of us. We have to take care of our team first, and, then we can worry about our individual stuff later. But with the district play, it's fun. It's a different football. There's always more on the line. The kids have to look at it as, you have to win. So we don't play anymore to not lose. So our mentality goes from building and getting better to now we're playing to win instead of not to lose.
Brett Stent, head coach of the Ellinwood Eagles, here on our Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Coach Stent, thanks for the time and best of luck here tonight.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game here on Ad Astra Radio.
We've got more of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors, committed to helping you find the right vehicle. Stream the game of the week online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app.
Protect what matters most with Kansas Central Services Insurance. Our team prioritizes your protection, peace of mind, and budget, ensuring you have the coverage you need when you need it. Kansas Central Services, now located on the east side of the square in Lyons and online at insurekansas.net.
Each and every day, WIFCO Steel products are trusted to provide access and infrastructure for a wide range of purposes. For more info on what WIFCO can do for you, go to wifcosp.com. Wifco Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
Running a business is tough, but protecting it doesn't have to be. At DJ Kaufman Agency, we offer comprehensive business insurance that keeps your hard work safe. Whether you're a small startup or a growing enterprise, we've got the right coverage for you. From liability and property insurance to workers' comp and business interruption, our policies are tailored to fit your needs and your budget. Contact us today, 620-669-0410, or stop by our office in Hutchinson at 17 East 30th Avenue. DJ Kaufman Insurance is a member of the Trusted Choice Independent Agencies.
Hello, I'm Dr. Stacey Dashiell, and I want to share with you my passion, the joy of delivering a new life. At Sterling Medical Center, I am privileged to be part of the incredible journey of bringing babies into this world. From the anticipation of the first kicks to the magic of holding a newborn in your arms, it's a journey filled with wonder and love. Your family's joy is my joy, and I consider it a privilege to be your partner in this extraordinary chapter. If you're expecting or planning to expand your family, choose Sterling Medical Center for compassionate care that celebrates the miracle of life.
Need a new bathroom, dream kitchen, new roof, concrete driveway, or even a custom-built home? We are your one-stop shop, Briseño Construction, LLC. We do it all. Give us a call, 620-894-5000. Call today.
Don't wait for pests to become a problem. Call Robertson's Termite and Pest Control in Lyons today. 620-257-2012. Serving Central Kansas since 1957. Robertson's Termite and Pest Control, because your home deserves the best.
At AstraRadio.com.
Brian Richter along with Clark Comley and studio engineer Heath Schroeder and cameraman Chris Childs. And we're here in the middle of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, and it's time for our Ones to Watch, brought to you by Rice Community Health. We care for our patients like family. For Sterling, Zane Farney, last week, 18 carries, 222 yards, 12.3 average, and 5 touchdowns, including a 67-yard breakaway. He already has passed 550 yards, 12 touchdowns on the season. He is the 8th leading rusher overall in the state and the number 1 rusher in 1A at 186 yards a game. Wyatt Newberry, you better look out for him because he is on fire. 6 carries for 103 yards last week, 17 yards a carry, 2 scores, plus an interception return of 40 yards. He's averaging on it in his own right for 319 yards is what he has on the season this year for 106 yards per game on just 26 carries, 12-yard average. Well, he's also averaging double-digit tackles per game. Jay Starnauer, 5 carries for 59 yards, 11 yards a carry last week. And, of course, he also is doing a nice job on defense. Logan Isaac at quarterback, 7 carries, 51 yards, a 7.3 average. And he is also anchoring in on the defensive line there at defensive end. Darren Maxwell, he had 2 carries for 19 yards, but his bigger impact was on defense, 10 tackles, 9 solo, and he forced a fumble. And he also had an interception, I believe. Black Bear offensive line. Well, those are the ones to watch, really. Seniors Kevin Plouts, Cale Thomas, juniors Cameron Morris, Derek Crone, Cody Schweitzer, and tight end Tucker Haas. They've paved the way for 454 yards rushing last week for an average of 12 yards a carry for the Black Bear backs. For the season, the line is putting up 387 yards a game, and I would expect nothing less tonight. Defensively, sophomore Nolan Wellman, he had 7 tackles last week. Zach Waller, the junior, playing that middle linebacker, 6 tackles, including 1 tackle for loss. Logan Isaac, as we mentioned, he had 5 tackles and 4 solos. Maddox Link, in his first game, 4 tackles. And Cameron Morris, 2 solo tackles, 2 assists, and Clark's player of the game for his 9-yard tackle for loss on the Inman quarterback, I think on 4th down. They combined the whole team for 76 total tackles, 3 interceptions, and 4 tackles for loss, and still gave up 47 points last week. Ellinwood, Austin Brock. Ellinwood's featured back. He's exploded out of the gate. Through 3 games, he's carried 35 times for 455 yards and 7 touchdowns, averaging 151 yards per game and an eye-popping 13 yards per carry. His 95-yard touchdown against Osawatomie is already one of the longest in Eagle football history, and he is the 2nd leading rusher in 1A currently. So we have the 2 top rushers in the whole state here tonight in 1A football. Drake Hossman, the senior, perfect power complement. Hossman, he's logged 33 carries for 317 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging more than 105 yards per game and nearly 10 yards a carry. You'll also see Leighton Wirtz. You'll see Luke Hines And they've got Brody Brock and Cale Williams and Cannon Schartz also in the backfield. Line anchored by Ethan Schlachtermeyer, Nick Miller, and Trace Tudor. And they've rolled up 954 yards this year and 12 touchdowns. And they've done it in 9 quarters is all. And that's a 318 yards a game in those just 9 quarters. This has been tonight's Ones to Watch, brought to you by Rice Community Health. We care for our patients like family, and since injuries are always part of the football, have you been injured at work or in a car wreck? Pyle Law takes the time to explain your options and get you the benefits you deserve. Now let's bring in Clark the Shark Comley tonight, and actually I got to take a break because we're going to have the national anthem here, so we'll step away and let Heath know in the studio. This is Black Bear Football. This is the Midway Motors Drive to the Game.
Stream Ad Astra Radio's local sports coverage on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Download it now. The Ad Astra Radio Sports Network, the statewide leader in local sports coverage.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128. Or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
When you work hard, make sure you have a service that works hard for you. With reliable coverage and the latest devices, you can go farther with Nextech Wireless. Right now, get an iPhone 16 Pro and an Apple Watch 10 on us. That's right, on us. Nextech Wireless, connecting Kansas.
Along with creating fuel for America, Kansas Ethanol produces dry distiller's grains, a valued high-nutrient livestock feed. Kansas Ethanol also brings millions of dollars of revenue and economic development to Rice County and Central Kansas. For more details, go to kansasethanol.net.
Keep your fleet running strong with New Image Trucking Service Center. Reliable repairs done right. Full service shop for your cars or trucks. We'll have you back on the road. Call New Image Trucking at 620-680-9342 today.
AdAstraRadio.com.
Our Midway Motors Drive to the Game wraps up with tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by AG 360 Insurance, here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy and Cody Moores in Inman. For Sterling, quarterback Logan Isaac, running back Zane Farney, Wyatt Newberry, and Jace Darnauer, wide receiver Porter Anderson, and as I mentioned, the Sterling offensive line, Kevin Ploutz, Cale Thomas, Cameron Morris, Derek Crone, and Cody Schweitzer, along with tight end Tucker Haas. Ellinwood will counter with quarterback Cade Coleman, the sophomore, running back Austin Brack, Drake Hossman, and Leighton Wirtz, tight end Cohen Gunn, wide receiver Ty Hammocky, and lineman Austin Schinliber, 195-pound senior, Ethan Schlachtermeyer, the 235-pound senior, Nick Miller, 265-pound junior, along with Trace Tudor, the 280-pound junior, and a small one, Will Miller, at 190-pound sophomore. Well, it's that time, and I want to bring in Clark the Shark Comley for the Shark Bites of the Game, brought to you by Precision Engraving Awards of Sterling. And Clark, sorry to make you wait so long, but now it's your turn.
My Shark Bite tonight is can Ellen stop our offense. I think our offense is going to roll about anyway the way it's been going. It's whether we can, stop their run game. That's my key to the game. And I don't know that much about them, but it sounds like their backfield's pretty old, mature, and they've been running quite a bit of, for quite a few yards. So can our interior and our interior linebackers and turn linemen, keep them from eating the clock? Because if we get the ball, I think we're scoring.
Excuse me. Well, you heard Coach Schneider say last year we struggled to stop them, and it was kind of a scoring shootout. We just couldn't get them stopped. But I will say this, they haven't seen what we will bring tonight right away. And that could be, as you mentioned before we went on the air, it could be quite of an adjustment for them initially. So,
you know, we often think these things and we get in the game and they're doing stuff we're not ready for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly
right.
right.
So we just got to start playing football and see what happens. But I think it's going to be fun.
Well, we had a lot going on last week in District 7. And Conway Springs, they lost their second game in a row, losing to Douglas 44-3. Douglas, by the way, is coached by Drew Carter, a grandson of Priscilla Carter Sterling.
Yep.
And they last beat they last beat Conway Springs when he was born in 1996. So,
that's a big win for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
They put it on them, too, pretty good.
And I'm telling you, I watched some of that game later, and Conway did not look bad to me at all. I think we better not sleep on them. Douglas has a really nice team. Of course, Ellinwood won in a lightning-shortened game, 21-0. Ellinwood will win the toss and defer. Sterling will defend the north goal and receive.
I want to just comment on the crowds that we've been seeing at these games. This reminds me back when I first started teaching and going to games where the crowd was around, used to be the track at the time. They let them, there was no fence, and you'd park out there and come out. So these games, the last couple, there's just people all along the fence now covering the whole field on both sides. I can't see the Ellinwood, but their stands are pretty packed. It's homecoming. And we got our people lining that whole one side already, and it's only going to get bigger as we get close, into the first quarter. People show up late sometimes.
Well, one of the players asked me, Mr. Richter, when will it be where everybody in Sterling is wearing black and white on Fridays, and it's just there'll be a lot of people at the away games? I said, it'll come. It just takes a while, and it's been a while, and this Sterling team is hot. Let's talk about South Sumner last week. They got their first win. They defeated South Cherokee 50-19, clear out there by Pittsburgh. And, of course, Sterling outlasted Inman 60-47, while Trinity defeated Remington 36-20. Let's talk about tonight's uniforms here as the Ineta Cleaners. They're the ones that take your clothes. And Sterling in their whites over their black with their white helmet. Ellinwood with their blue over white with their white helmet. Nothing on the side. And be sure
they used to have an eagle on there.
They did. And they have not had anything on there. So we're excited to bring you this game tonight here on Black Bear Broadcasting and Sterling Radio. And we're about to get the kickoff here. Jonas Kern, the senior lineman, will kick it off for Ellinwood. And back to receive is, I believe, Zane Farney and Wyatt Newberry. And here's the kick. And they'll kick it off, and it looks like Wyatt will catch it on the 17. He hesitates, bounces, and runs into the kicker. And they'll take over at the 37-yard line.
That's a pretty good return. Everybody makes fun of me for onside it, but we give the ball to them about 5 yards more for down the field than that,
Well, you have convinced me. If you're listening to tonight, or you're watching, if you're watching on Ad Astra Radio, or if you're watching on Black Bear Broadcasting, we do have a new Roku app.
What's that mean?
And that means if you have a Roku TV, it's more of a Netflix style, and it's easier to find.
So you have to have a TV that says Roku when you buy it?
Or it has a Roku device.
Device.
Zane Farney off tackle, and he'll go for about 8 yards for – it'll bring up 2nd and 2, so a nice carry there for Zane. This game is being brought to you by Sterling College. They are our game sponsor, and you're looking to join on campus or online. Sterling College has the programs and activities to help you become a leader. Be you, be a warrior. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Nextech Wireless, the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Newberry in motion to the left. It'll be a give to Farney on the left. He'll bounce it right. And a really nice play by, I believe that was Austin Brack, and it was, along with the other linebacker in there, Austin Shinliver.
Man, we got a great view for this third down. It's
Sure
right
do.
in front of me.
Looks like a first down to me.
You need an instant replay. I got it for you. I'm right on the ball.
You are. I don't know. That looks like a first down where we're sitting.
No, it's not. It's the marker's got it.
I got you right now.
there,
Yep.
yeah.
So it'll be third and maybe 8 inches. Ellinwood playing a 4-4 tonight, and it'll be a give to Farney again, and he'll get 3, enough for the first down. So Ellinwood doing a nice job on this first series.
Yeah, remember, in the coach's interview, they're going to try to take him away and give us yardage on the outside.
Well, as I mentioned, Wyatt's only averaging 12 yards a game or 12 yards a carry.
He's about to average 40 or 50 on this one.
He's only carried 26 times, and he averages 106 a game. He's in motion. They'll freeze it, and that will be an offside penalty on Ellinwood as their right defensive end outside linebacker jumped, and so it'll be 1st and 5 for Sterling. Just got underway, 10:15 here to start. Beautiful night in Ellinwood, absolutely gorgeous. Nice crowd from Ellinwood. A lot of people don't always sit in the stands. Band right in front of us, and as Clark mentioned, a lot of people stand on the fence, and you can see a whole lot over there from Sterling as well. Isaac will take the snap. He'll pull it, take it right up the middle, and he gets hit hard, but I believe it'll be enough. It won't be enough for a first down, but it'll be second short.
About the same as it was last time, only second down.
So a 4-yard carry for Logan Isaac, and he's just been doing more and more of that as the season has gone on, and that just makes him, that offense, much tougher. I think the surprise for us has been Jace Darnauer. He doesn't get a lot of carries, but when he does, he does it well, but he also blocks so well. An outside dive to Farney to the right side will get him down to the 31-yard line, and a first down for Sterling. The clock continues to run, 9:17 in the first. You know, Sterling, the reason I felt really good about last year, I was a little concerned about us, and I felt like we could win or lose every game last year, and that was because we had such an inexperienced offensive line. But these guys have played essentially now 1.5 years together, and they know what they're doing, and they're making holes. Farney again to the right side, another 5-yard carry, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5. So pretty vanilla right now, Clark.
Yeah, it's probably annoying Ellinwood. We're just going right up the gut on them.
Well, you're probably, you're maybe feeling good about it because you're only holding him to 5 yards and not a 65-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, in the years past, you might make a mistake here on a long drive and get behind the chains, but we hardly ever make a goof up anymore.
Right. So now coming up on 8 minutes, Sterling going into the south end zone. Ellinwood will show it. Logan Isaac will pitch it to Newberry. Newberry, he'll run over an eagle, and he'll get it down to the 19-yard line.
The kid made a nice play.
He fought off Porter Anderson.
Our block and just made a nice open field tackle. So good credit to that guy playing corner over there. Did you get a number on that guy? Was it 6?
Yes, it was 6. That'd be Kellen Binky.
Yeah, it was nice.
And Sterling eating this whole quarter, now coming up on 7.5, and they're in striking distance now at the 19-yard line. Tucker Haas tied in. Now Darren Maxwell in. He's got the sweep on the corner. A nice block from Newberry. Darren will be tackled down at about the 8-yard line. They'll call him out in bounds. But it is enough for a Sterling first down.
Yeah, we're moving it methodically right down the field.
Check that. It will be short. Nope, it will be a first down. The officials stopped the clock to.
Well, they're getting rid of the down markers now, so we've got to get a touchdown. We got 4 downs to do it.
First and goal from the 9. Porter Anderson way out right, guarded by Binky. He's just getting him out of the box. Jacob Lewis now in for Haas, but he's at the split end. Newberry in motion. Logan will follow Farney up the middle, but a really nice linebacker play by Austin Shinliver came from the backside to tackle Isaac.
Very little gain there. Probably not even a yard.
Maybe a yard at the most. And so 2nd and 8. Clock continues to run. 6:44 here in the first quarter here at Ellinwood. Both undefeated teams, 3-0. Again, Sterling hasn't been 3-0 since 1992. Black Bear football team, on the 4th game, they traveled to Wichita Collegiate and met a young freshman.
D'Angelo
Evans.
Pretty good.
Isaac has Maxwell in motion. They give it to Farney. He's caught from behind. The ball hits the ground as he was tackled. I think they're going to call him down at the 1.
Well, they're not signaling it.
They have not, but the officials aren't excited, so they're calling him down as the ball hit the ground as he was flung down. So it will be 3rd and goal at the 2, now under 6 minutes.
Kind of becomes a big play right here.
Yeah, and Sterling's going heavy, really heavy. They bring in Maddox Link to move to this unbalanced line with Link to the right of Cameron Morris, along with Kevin Plouts now at tackle, and Cale Thomas at tight end, along with Tucker Haas. So I think they're going right, Clark. They'll give it to Farney, and he'll run behind Plouts. But he is denied, Farney is, and so it'll bring up 4th and 1.
Well, the heavy package got beat up front. Somebody beat somebody in the interior line.
So they will pull the heavy package off.
We're not kicking a field goal here?
Very well could. That'd be a tough angle for
Well, this Ellinwood crowd should be going crazy right now. They're all eating their snacks.
And Clark knows about snacks.
Well, we're going around the left end.
I think you're right. 5 minutes now on the 1. Isaac Farney, touchdown. He walks in.
I was wrong.
You were wrong. 4:56, Zane Farney scores a 1-yard touchdown. A really nice disciplined drive by Sterling to complete that.
Just got a little shaky the last couple plays. He made a little nervous, you know.
You weren't that nervous.
No, not nervous at all, but I didn't know if we were going to score because all they had to do, one little bad snap or something there on 4th down to be over. They would have stopped us.
Lane Weigel, actually, we're going for 2 here, aren't we?
Something broke down on their defense because humongous hole there. It was something unexpected. They were not ready for whatever that was, which is run to the left.
So this is unusual. Sterling going for 2 with Lane Weigel, and Farney will get it, and he will drag a few Eagles into the end zone, and Sterling will score, and Sterling leads 8-0 here in Ellinwood, as we are just under the 5-minute mark here in Sterling. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Black Bear football. Sterling leads over Ellinwood 8-0.
Walton Plumbing and Heating at 112 North Broadway in Sterling is who to call for expert heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Call them at 620-278-3462, a proud supporter of Black Bears and Warriors sports.
Man Wyatt Tanksley Injury Attorneys.
Liability issues are complex. The manufacturer fought and fought. The best offer they made was $30,000. And the jury returned a verdict for a little over $11.1 million.
Man Wyatt Tanksley Injury Attorneys. Big firm muscle, small firm hustle.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed? Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, 37 Print Co. in Hutch has you covered. Hi, I'm Amanda. Check out our work on Facebook, 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Why choose I Need a Cleaners? Expert dry cleaning and our professional shirt service. We take time to care for all your special items. When laundry piles up, let us do it for you. I Need a Cleaners. It's where to take your clothes.
AdAstraRadio.com.
Back in Sterling. Sterling about to kick off, going into the south end zone, defending the north. 4:56. Zane Farney with a 1-yard run, and then the 1-yard or the 3-yard extra point make it Sterling 8-0. Weigel with a really nice kick. It'll be caught on the 10-yard line by Drake Hossman. Hossman cutting around, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, where they will take over for their first attempt of the game. If you joined us late, Sterling took the opening kickoff and drove about 70 yards in just over 7 minutes. in that drive. Ellinwood, they'll run a lot of the wishbone too, although 2 years ago they ran the wishbone. Now they're running more of the flex bone, but not quite like Sterling. So
last week we had 4 scores already.
That is true. You're right about that. Cade Coleman he's playing quarterback, and it is a give. I believe that's to Drake Hossman. And it'll be enough for 2-yard gain for Ellinwood.
A little more than 2. It's a good 3.
You're right.
They got what they wanted on that. I think this is kind of critical, these first downs.
Maddox Lincoln at that 2-tech left tackle. Kevin Ploutz at the right tackle. Cale Thomas the right end. Logan Isaac at the left end. In motion is Austin Brock, and it'll be a dive. I believe that was to the fullback. And he got about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, they're going forward, but not too far on that one.
That was Brock with the carry, and so it'll bring up 3rd and 4.
You think they're in 4-down territory?
I do.
I would, because
I would too.
You got, like he said, you got to play to win the game. I think the only way they're going to win is keep us from running offense.
Right, and we just ran 7 minutes off the clock there. So now they'll jump into the I formation. Across goes Brock. They'll sweep it to the right. Hossman, he gets up 2 and just short of the first down at the 35-yard line.
Well, we're going to know what's going to happen here. Whether they're going to punt or looks like they're going to play offense.
Not sure why the officials stopped the clock, because it was not a first down, and so the clock stops at 3:37.
There's just confusion. The box guy's not moving the sticks, so maybe they're going to measure or something. What do you think?
I guess they could. The football, it may be an inch or two where the football is spotted. It's got to get not quite to the – the stick looks like it's just short of the 36-yard line. The ball's just on the other side of 35.
They're not going to measure it. So quarterback sneak, you think?
Well, that would be a wise decision since they're already underneath.
No, they're going to huddle up.
They're
going to measure it.
They're going to measure.
The coach must have asked for one. Can you demand it or can you just ask?
I think, well, you're the head coach. You have to take those rules tests. You should know that. 3:36.
I wish you quit bringing up stuff like that.
You're the rule man. Well, it will be about 8 inches, not quite a foot. So 4th and 8 inches. Here in Ellinwood, Cody Schweitzer now in at the right tackle, Derek Crone in at the right end, and Tucker Haas at the left end, with Farney rolled up as the corner on the line of scrimmage. Both safeties within 5 yards of the football. Cameron Morris is up there, and I see David Myers cheating in there.
The guy went the wrong way. The hole's on the left, in my opinion.
So a nice first down there, and they ran behind big Trace Tudor at center, and so a first down, a well-earned first down.
That got the Ellinwood crowd going there. Well, as of the first possession, they've answered that they can move the football.
They have. You know, and I'm watching them on film. They're fast, they're athletic, and, of course, they're big up front. Now they're running the I formation here with the wing. It'll be an ISO, and it'll run right into a whole bunch of Black Bears there as I believe Morris.
I think David Myers had him by the feet.
David Myers and Cody Schweitzer slammed the door, didn't let there get any push there. And so a gain of 1. Nice play by the defensive line of Sterling as they sub in and out nearly every play. Thomas and Ploutz back in there. Tonight, Maxwell and Myers in at the linebackers with Jacob Lewis.
If this continues this way, we're going to be home by 9.
It's one of those
Neither
nights.
team wants to run. They're all running the entire clock off before they run their play, you know.
2:20. Hossman in motion to the right. Now they'll have 2 men in motion. I don't know if that was a legal play or not, and it's not. And so that one will come back as Hossman and Brock were both in motion at the same time. And Hossman had his hands on his head.
Well, they're going to have to go the passing game then.
It'll be 2nd and 13, almost 14.
They've been averaging about three play. and there hasn't been anything close to like breaking, so we're going to get some kind of rollout or something here.
Sterling leads 8-0 here in the first, 2:11 remaining in the first quarter. And Ellinwood will have the ball on their 32-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd and 14. Darren Maxwell and Wyatt Newberry at the safeties. Landon Aguilera here at the corner, and they will throw it, as Clark said. He's under pressure, and he throws it, and it's caught. Hammocky catches it, but he will fumble after Aguilera strips him. Are they going to call it an incomplete?
I don't think so, because he had it. Yeah, he caught it, made a step or two, and then he got stripped.
So a nice throw and catch as Coleman was under pressure. I didn't see who hit him. Might have been Logan Isaac just as he threw the ball. Nice completion to Hammocky, but Landon Aguilera from behind stripped him, and I didn't see who came up with the football.
Well, I was a little disappointed that they completed that, to be honest.
I was too.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I didn't expect that, I guess.
1:59 now. Sterling gets its second possession on its own 48-yard line. Newberry in motion to the left. It's a toss sweep to Wyatt. Wyatt's got a cut. He makes another one. He'll get 10, fall forward for 13 all the way to the 40-yard line. Sterling first down. So Wyatt right at his average of just over 12 yards a carry. Clock now rolls 1:40. Sterling leading 8-0 here in the first quarter at Ellinwood here on Black Bear Broadcasting and at Astra Radio. Newberry in motion. It's a give to Farney on the left side. He hits it, bounces left, tight ropes the sideline, hurdles an eagle, and runs out of bounds. And the official took a fall as well. That will be enough for another first down for Sterling.
Well, we need the instant replay.
That's
because
for sure.
That was a highlight reel run. He got left fine, but then he juked and went sideways. You know, it's not just a pure juke. He just goes sideways.
And then hurdled.
And then he hurdled a guy, and a couple more steps later, then he ran out of bounds on purpose, which was a little weird. It looked like he could just go down the sideline and score.
I think he was tight roping over there. I don't think he would run out on purpose.
All right.
So Ellinwood takes a timeout. And
are we going to take one too?
Well, you took a little bit.
Why don't I read some of this stuff?
Yeah, why don't you read some of our local sponsors for the?
These are the people that make it all happen. All three of you would not be able to hear this broadcast if it was not for Ag 360 Insurance, Darren, Eddie, and Cody Moores, Next Tech Wireless, Walton Plumbing and Heating, Sterling Booster Club, City of Sterling, Hyatt White Sciences, Stutzman's Refuge Disposal, DJ Kaufman Agency, Blue Stem Communities, Heartland Soil Services, Hutchinson Reed Medical Center, Hospice and Home Care, Reno County, Pools Plus, Rowley Insurance, I Need a Cleaners, Perkins Angus Ramps, First Group Insurance, Wifco Steel Products, Pile Law, First Bank, Central Prairie Co-op, Lions Dental Care, MTC. Are you getting how good I'm doing at this?
You are, and we're almost ready.
State Farm, Troy Tripp. And we better stop halfway through that list.
You did a good job, Clark. Way to go. Appreciate our sponsors. Now out of this timeout, 1:21 remaining. Darnauer in motion. Logan Isaac will pull it, and that's essentially a quarterback ISO there as Darnauer led up in the hole. It'll be a gain of about 7 on the play. They'll mark it at the 21-yard line of Ellinwood as we approach 1 minute. That was Zane Farney who came up with that fumble recovery on the strip by Landon Aguilera. Sterling will split out Porter Anderson clear over here on the numbers. And they got a heck of a game going on down in the end zone, Clark.
Is it all our junior high kids?
Well, it might be.
Probably going to injure half of my team.
It looks like Ellinwood here.
Oh, Ellinwood?
Isaac in motion. They'll give it to Farney, and he'll be hit and pushed and pulled back by Nick Miller. And I believe that was also in there was Gabe Martinez. So it'll be 3rd and 3. Coach Schneider may take it all the way down to the quarter with 20 seconds remaining. Looks like he's content. Now he's sending in Lewis for Haas. They're going to go ahead and run one quick. They got twins over here. 3, 2, 1. Give to Farney, and he is immediately smashed by Martinez. And huge Trace Tudor, and for no gain. And when we come back,
68 Tudor.
Yep,
dude's a load.
He is.
Oh, man.
When we come back, Sterling will have it 4th and 3. They lead 8-0 here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth and Black Bear Broadcasting.
Hello, I'm Nicole Gallion. Imagine coming home to a place where the neighbors feel like family. In Sterling, Kansas, we pride ourselves on small town charm and big opportunity. With a vibrant downtown, excellent school system, our private college, expanding employment opportunities, and new housing developments, Sterling offers something for everyone. Easy access to neighboring cities and our renowned old-fashioned 4th of July are more reasons we think you'll agree that in Sterling, the quality of life shines.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy from the Hub Brick Oven and Brewery, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. The station, Coffee and Bakery, is open at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday for all your coffee, bakery, and ice cream fixes. Don't forget to try one of our delicious appetizers. Our brick oven is fired up from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Come get your grub at the Hub.
AdAstraRadio.com.
Big play here.
Man, we haven't seen a lot of 4th and 3s
right
this
after
year.
the break. It's a pretty long 3, too. So the crowd from Ellinwood kind of getting going over here now. Got the band doing a little cheers.
Logan Isaac, 4th and 3. Ellinwood stacking the line of scrimmage, and they'll pitch it off the edge to Wyatt Newberry, and Wyatt's going to walk into the end zone. Great blocking by Porter Anderson, led by Derek Crone, and a touchdown Sterling. 11:53 remaining in the second. Wyatt Newberry from about, what was that, maybe 17, 18 yards.
I know they've got us to 4th down a couple times, and we've come through in the clutch. No mistakes.
None.
That's the key, no mistakes.
So Sterling jumps up 14-0, and again will not choose to use Lane Weigel for the extra point. Their kicking area was underwater. Lake Black Bear was underwater.
Lake Black Bear, that's hilarious. You're right. Mosquito. Well, I guess they're going after Zane that time.
Well, a handoff to Farney, and he's hit immediately by 3 Eagles. So that's got to be a little bit of concern for Sterling, but not before they put a football or a touchdown in the end zone.
You know, when you get to it, you only got to score every other one to be even with your field goals.
So after a touchdown here, just opening the second quarter, we'll take a 1-minute break here.
That's a lot of math for you, I know.
Yes, it is. A 1-minute break here in Ellinwood. Sterling leads 14-0.
Hyatt Life Sciences has now developed a full line of products that support the immune system, brain function, joint flexibility, and glucose health.
I had a pretty bad knee surgery here a few years ago, and then went back into the gym a little bit too quickly and too aggressively. And then finally I said, well, I'm just going to try this Room Flex product. And the inflammation was gone in 2 days. I mean, it just absolutely erased it, and I was back to normal.
Follow us on Facebook or visit HyattLifeSciences.com to see how we can help.
Grab your clubs, call your friends, and hit the fairways. At Lions Public Golf Course, 18 holes plus cart rental is only $20 on Thursdays. And students, green fees are just $10 on weekdays and $15 on weekends. It's time to hit the greens and elevate your game. Call 620-680-0439 to book a tee time for the Thursday special. And remember, student rates are all the time at Lions Public Golf Course, where students play more and pay less.
AdAstraRadio.com.
Weigel with a great kick. The ball stopped at the 1 yard line.
That was awesome. That was an awesome jump, though, by that guy.
Hossman, that's who that guy was, but he had to pick it up on the 1 yard line because the ball dropped dead right at the one.
His other kick was really good, too.
He was actually standing in the end zone when the ball died. He brought it out and did a nice job of getting it out there to the 17-yard line where the Eagles will take over there. As we just entered into the second quarter, with Sterling now leading 14-0 off of a 20-yard touchdown run by Wyatt Newberry on the option. Ellinwood now in their double wing flex bone, and they'll give it on a really kind of a jet sweep. Hossman has no place to go. Finally, Farney will slow him down, and then Newberry, along with Myers, will hold him for maybe a half-yard gain.
But it was kind of a Zane run.
It was.
Kind of bounced sideways in there, and then had 4 guys to get around was the problem.
Yeah, it took a long time to get to the sideline.
Ellinwood's got to get their 3-yard gains here, or they're going to be back in the passing game again, which did not go too bad for them on the last one.
No, a nice shot right in the middle of the field. Landon Aguilera was able to strip him on the wrap.
You got to remember that their starting quarterback's injured.
So a toss to Brock to the left. He tries to get out, and there is no place to run, and he will lose like 4 yards and about 6 Black Bears all over him. And the Black Bears are flat running to the football this year.
Yeah, a lot better than our junior high is.
That's kind of true, Clark.
They're jogging to the football.
These Black Bears are flat running to it. If we have a break here in a little bit, we'll get the Lions Dental Care scoreboard, a few scores out of there already coming in. So it'll bring up 3rd and 13 from the Ellinwood, just on the 14-yard line, just shy of the 15. They'll send Hossman in motion. They'll roll Coleman to the right. Hossman with the catch, and he's quickly brought down by Jacob Lewis. And there will be a
face mask, I think.
Flag. And
I think it's going to be a face mask.
I didn't see it. Did you?
I saw the flag. I'm pretty sure it might have been a face mask.
I didn't think Jacob had him at all, but they are going to call a face mask, and that will be a huge penalty, and that will be a first down if it is indeed a 15-yard.
It's not a first down. It wasn't a personal foul.
So it's only 5-yard penalty.
Now, do they get the down over?
I would think they would get the down over, so instead of 3rd and...
Yeah. Ellinwood's a little spark here.
Instead of 3rd and 10, it'll be, or 4th and 10, it'll be 3rd and 13, actually now 3rd and 8, 7. And so Hossman in motion. He'll go to the I formation. They'll run an ISO there, right there, and he is going to be pushed back, but he is able to fall forward. He sure did.
You've got to give that kid some credit. What a fight.
Drake Hossman with the carry. They'll spot it just short of the 25-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 2. Big decision here for Coach Stent.
There's no decision in my mind. You got to go for it.
Sitting on your own 24. He's got to get to the 27.
Yeah, they haven't stopped us. So
Ellinwood will take a timeout. We'll take a 31 here in Ellinwood as the Black Bears lead 14-0, 9:34 in the second. This is Black Bear football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth.
As a producer, you wear a lot of hats, from livestock expert to machinery and crop expert. For ag lending expertise, you can count on us. We'll help with the loans you need for livestock, seed, and equipment. So when it comes to ag, talk to us. Like you, our field is agriculture. Lions Federal Bank, a better way to bank. Member FDIC. Online at lionsfed.com.
At AstraRadio.com.
Back in Ellinwood, and received a text in the break that want to know, could Clark not know what a Roku is? Well, Clark
I get a little confused whether it's a TV or that little box thing, because you told me to buy a Roku for my mom like 5 years ago. And I did. I never got it installed, I don't think.
No, you didn't.
It's still sitting somewhere.
Mary Lou's watching it on Amazon Fire TV.
Yeah, and she got a Fire TV.
Ellinwood will go for this. They're all in their 4-point stances, and it looks like they try to get Sterling to jump, and Sterling nearly did as Myers was coming off the edge there. And so Coleman will sneak it, and it's going to be close. They're going to mark him with it, and he will get the first down.
No, he was way short. Did he just drive it himself and get it?
Well, you see where the officials, and so he did behind.
All the credit goes to that kid's individual effort, because we hit him at the line of scrimmage.
Behind big Trace Tudor there, though.
Trace Tudor?
Trace Tudor, the big center.
That kid's athletic. Kyler texted me that was his big kid when he was coaching junior high over here, basketball.
Uh-huh.
And he's athletic. I remember him from junior high basketball. He's a pretty good athlete, and now he's a very large man.
I don't know if anybody's recruiting him, but he looks awfully good in a set of pads.
He's pretty athletic.
Yeah.
What year is he?
He is a junior.
Yeah. Somebody's going to get him.
So a give to this
watch
time.
him drive our guys off the ball if you just watch him.
Wirtz will get a yard out of that one.
They need to run it right up behind him because he's moving our guy back.
Well, they just did, and so it'll be 2nd and 9, along 8:40 remaining here in the second quarter, first half. Brad Gillespie in at this left defensive end. Cale Thomas on the other side. Myers and Morris and Lewis continue to man the linebacker spot. Not nearly as much subbing there tonight. It'll be a toss to Brock on the left side, and they just cannot get it blocked out there. I think old Myers out there he bottled up Wirtz on the block, and that allowed the Black Bear defense to run to it.
I don't want to give away any secrets to help Ellinwood, but they've got to get some kind of thing where it makes us pay for how fast we're running to the run. You know what I'm saying? Like, run over there and then toss it over us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and if you watch the Sharks offense, he does toss it over with a lot of tips, and he is the master of the long ball, and definitely not afraid to chuck it.
Well, we are running to the football.
There's no doubt.
I don't think they're going to be able to run it too much. They're going to have to get it through trickery and passing game.
So they'll throw it again to the middle of the field, and Newberry and Hammocky ran into each other, and I think both of them felt a little bit of that. Wyatt was breaking on the football.
I think they smashed heads together, but
yeah.
It wasn't like a targeting. The heads were both straight up in the air.
So to bring up 4th and 9.
Man, look at all our fans on the fence over there everywhere. They brought their lawn chairs. Surprised they didn't back up and sit in the back of their trucks.
There probably is somebody over there, and so Ellinwood will punt it this time. 7:27. Newberry back to return it, and this is a shank, and that will be a
bad punt.
Yes,
that'll be a bad punt.
That'll be a 20-yard punt, a little less than that. Sterling will take over on the Ellinwood 48-yard line.
Look like some of my golf shots. I don't play golf anymore.
No, you don't. I've seen.
I did try to do it at Branson on that simulator machine at one of their mall things.
I bet you hurt yourself.
No, I didn't hurt myself, but it had a mirror there to watch yourself swing it. Or no, you could watch it on the machine to analyze it. Oh, terrible. I can't believe how I was so embarrassed I quit golfing it. It had no coordination.
Well, enough of that here as Sterling will pull the football. Logan will pitch it to Newberry. Actually, that's Darren Maxwell. Darren tripped up, and he'll fall forward for 10. There is going to be a penalty flag here sitting at the 38 or the 42-yard line. And look like, I don't know who from Sterling, but Will Miller, they were tied up together.
I'm watching the Ellinwood coach, and I think he's mad at his own players. So must have been something going on.
So Will Miller, he got up looking at the official. I didn't see who the Sterling player was there, but Maxwell with a really nice run for almost 10 yards. And it will be against Ellinwood. You can they might decline it depending on what it is. Coach Schneider standing over there at the 39-yard line. Ploutz will check out, as will Haas. Now Ploutz will run back in.
I guess he's just getting his jogging in.
So we have...
He's got to get his steps in for the day.
Personal foul, Sterling.
On us? Okay, I misread their coach. He was mad at our guy, I guess.
Well, I did not see the Sterling player involved in that. And so with 7-12, after sorting that all out, Sterling moves all the way back to their 43-yard line. And it will be 2nd and 20 out of this. It could have been worse. And there Sterling will take over as the clock will run. Sterling leads 14-0 here in the second quarter. Sterling's 2 possessions. Maxwell in motion, another toss sweep, and a missed block over there by a Black Bear will have Maxwell lose 2 yards maybe. And so the Black Bear's going backwards, Clark.
I would guess we're probably fine, but, if we get no yards on this one puts us in a place we haven't been very much. You know, I just don't love us throwing the ball on throwing downs. I think our best chance to throw is when they think we're going to run, which would maybe be this. But
I have a feeling we'll run this. So they've got really essentially trips. They'll run option this side. They've got Newberry outside. They got Darnauer bleeding the way.
I think Darnauer got 2 blocks on that one.
Newberry with another really nice run. It was 2nd and 21, and Wyatt gets 26 on that carry. So a nice run and a nice execution by Sterling's option offense. Had it overloaded to the right side. They ran option back to the left, and with nice blocks out there by Darnauer, Wyatt was able to add more to his total. And so it is 1st and 10 from the Sterling 33-yard line, or from the Ellinwood 33-yard line. Darnauer, Isaac back to pass. He'll throw it, and it's a wheel route they haven't run for since the first week, and it's just out of reach of Wyatt Newberry. And so, boy, that one was there, Clark.
Yeah, it was open. It just overthrew him a little bit. Nice-looking throw, just a little long.
Sterling ran kind of a post there.
We must have a direct connect with Brent because I said you got to throw on different downs they don't expect it. See?
You think you have a direct connect there?
Well, he threw it on a down you wouldn't expect it.
He did. And so it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Sterling. 5:40, Farney behind him. And they'll go back to their bread and butter, and that is Zane. And here's his Zane Farney run. And one of those is he goes right, kicks it out to the left side, and he will put it in from 33 yards. So a wonderful run by Zane. A nice hole over there that he cut back. And with 5:31, Sterling puts another 6 on the board.
Well, they don't know where it's coming from now. You know what I mean? We've had enough success on the outside, and even that pass play probably made him think, oh, my, we're going to throw it. So
you can't take away everything.
No.
And the one thing as they mentioned in the pregame, wanted to take away the Zane, and they had done a decent job on him through the first quarter and a half, but he finally gets loose on a 32-yard run. Lewis is in there, and he will carry for the 2-point conversion. And Sterling now leads 22-0 with 5:31 remaining here in Ellinwood. Sterling takes that terrible punt and puts it into the end zone, and they will lead here. We'll be back in after a 30-second break here. You're watching Black Bear football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth.
One of the most important elements of success is knowing when to expand and when to focus on strengthening what you have. At People's Bank and Trust, we've done just that over the years, ensuring that we always have a solid base to provide for our customers and our community. At People's Bank and Trust, we never promise more than we can deliver, and what we deliver is safe, sound, reliable banking that puts you first. Let us put our experience to work for you and your family. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At AstraRadio.com.
In Ellinwood now, Sterling 3 possessions, 22 points on the board tonight. And it is a slugfest, and Ellinwood had done such a good job of corralling Zane Farney. He finally got loose. He hit the right hole, bounced it left, and then essentially walked into the end zone. 5:31 in the second remaining. Weigel, who's had a nice job kicking tonight, and that one will be caught at the 11-yard line by Hossman. Hossman will run to the middle, and he's hit and brought down by
Lewis and Myers.
Lewis and Myers, the two sophomores.
Nice tackle by.
Sure was.
And the tandem there. He was running hard.
So Ellinwood hasn't trailed all year and find themselves in a hole that they've put their 3 opponents this year in all 3 games.
I think Ellinwood's going to be okay. I think they got a nice team.
They're going to win some games
win
in the
some
district
games, yeah. That big kid's big time, I think. Just watching him move people around in there.
Trace Tudor, it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Brock across the formation. They'll run an ISO to Hausman, and he'll be pulled down by Kevin Plouts, along with another Black Bear there is probably Jacob Lewis, and he'll get maybe 3 out of that on first down.
I think you just get that big kid and put another guy next to him and go behind him.
Well, that's kind of what they did on that play, led with Wirtz up the middle out of that I formation. Boy, that's vintage, isn't it?
They got good 3.5.
So Brock at the wing, and they'll run him across the motion again, or across the formation. A toss sweep to Hausman. He's held inside, and the Black Bears swarm and hold him to a loss of 2. They're going to give him forward progress to the original line of scrimmage, and that will bring up third down.
They're going to have to give up on that part of their offense and go to the air.
I think you're right,
Instead
Clark.
of doing that, fake some of that stuff with little short passes. If you want to get on the edge and get it to your guys out there with throwing in the air.
You know, in the last couple of years, Sterling has had that problem trying to get to the edge when they couldn't find anything in the middle, and so there's just a lot of overhangs there that there's too many white jerseys there on those sweeps. Hausman will slide back to the I formation, and they will. Coleman will throw it deep. He's got a man there, and it will be caught.
Well, Zane intercepted, but the refs aren't pointing. Okay, the other guy helped. Okay. I think Zane gave the ball up, threw it on the ground after he caught it, and I don't think this first ref over here saw who caught it.
Okay, so they were going deep to Cohen Gunn. He was running a flag route there, and Zane Farney comes down with I believe his first interception this year. So Sterling takes over 3:48 in the second, a chance to score another one before the half.
I'm pretty sure that was Coach's film study and stuff that gave us that interception, because we had 2 of our best athletes over here guarding nothing to start that play, and they threw it right where they're at.
Darnauer in motion. Isaac will pull it right up the middle, and he'll fall forward, not just fall. He will get 9, just short of the first down.
He was a rumbling.
He sure was. He faked that midline and went, and I'm assuming he's reading that. He midline right there behind the center, Cameron Morris, and then pulled it and ended up with, well, they're going to give him a first down, so it was a 10-yard carry. Clock continues to run, 3:20. Newberry in motion to the left this time, and Kevin Plouts will jump, and so that will, one of the rare mistakes Sterling has.
Really only one beside the personal foul, I think.
Really this whole year.
Yeah, so hardly have any of that.
Walk it back 5 yards.
One year we had we had like 6 of those.
That was last year at Inman.
The refs were like real picky on something we were doing. It's like every other play for a while.
Well, Mr. Plouts told me it was him. When he was getting set, he was raising his behind up, and that was causing the problems. So 1st and 15, Darnauer in motion. They'll give it to Farney. He jumps through, and now he's gone. And he will sprint for a touchdown from 43 yards out. Zane untouched, essentially, over the right side and then back to the left. Touchdown, Sterling, 28-0. And Sterling strikes in 2 plays. And
kind of starting to take over, looks like, a little bit.
42-yard run by Zane. And they'll go again for 2. Lewis comes in for Farney at the fullback. They're going essentially a tie formation. Tucker Haas there on the left side, and Lewis will bounce it left, and he will put it in the end zone. And Sterling up 30-0.
They like that play to the left.
30-0 here in Sterling. We'll take a 1-minute break as the Black Bears are breaking this thing open. Still 2:52 remaining in the second quarter. You're watching Black Bear football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth.
To become a trusted choice independent insurance agent,
I pledge to be there for you when disaster strikes.
You have to commit to a pledge.
And to stand by you and guide you through your claim.
And the first thing they'll do as your agent,
and I pledge,
is put all this in writing and sign it. Your hope is that you never need your insurance. Their promise is that it will be a very different experience if you do. trusted choice, you need an independent insurance agent.
Call us at First Group Insurance or go to our website at insurewithus.net.
AdAstraRadio.com.
So Zane Farty, he'll run for a 42-yard touchdown, and there was just nobody within, anywhere near him as he took that one. And Sterling now leads 30-0 here against Ellinwood in Ellinwood. Lane Weigel kicking again. Kind of reminds us of last week's game, but Sterling doing all the scoring this time.
Yeah, it's the same game as last week, except the Inman scored
Just
20 in the first half.
Yes.
They scored 30 or 28 or something. They scored 20.
Weigel with another kick, and this one will land on the 8-yard line, and it will be brought out by Ty Hammocky, and he is brought down by a couple of Black Bears, maybe Nolan Wellman and Wyatt Little on that tackle, and Ellinwood will take over on their own 22-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:41. What they don't want to do is give it back to Sterling.
Yeah, but they got to throw it.
Sterling with, I believe, 2 timeouts left.
I think if they don't get anything on first, we're going to use our timeouts and get it back. So they're going to have to throw the ball.
Check that. Sterling has 3 timeouts, so as Clark mentioned. So they'll go ahead and run it. This time it's Coleman over the right side, and he is swallowed up by Tucker Haas. I thought he had a chance, but he was Tucker. Nice pursuit down the line, and so the clock will continue to run.
We're just too fast on the perimeter for them. I don't want to call us a blazing fast team, but
no,
we're faster than them.
Yes.
I mean, they look good for a second, then it just closes.
Closes in a hurry.
They need some trickeration. They need to take that back and then throw it from him or something.
I call that sharkeration is what it is. 2 minutes now as it's 2nd and 10. Ellinwood, they'll run the double handoff, and it's Hossman, and Zane Farney went nowhere, and neither did Tucker Haas or Jacob Lewis. And Sterling will take a timeout, and they'll face a 3rd and 10, Ellinwood, and the clock continues to run. Although Sterling called a timeout 10 seconds ago, the clock continues to run. And
it's after Ellinwood runoff.
Yes, with about as they let 10 seconds go by. So 3rd and 11. We'll keep it right here.
What are we keeping it here for?
To talk to you. Do you have any Lions Dental Care scoreboard
I got
scores?
tons of scores, but you never give me a chance to say them.
I am giving you it right
Trinity
now.
Catholic 35, South Sumner, Colorado. Would that be?
No, that's South Sumner.
Company?
What's
CO mean?
Sumner County. It's South Sumner County.
South Sumner County. All right. Trinity Catholic 35, South Sumner County 7.
That's who Ellinwood has next week.
McPherson 20, Winfield 6. Hodgman County 6, St. John 0. Southeast Saline 28, Kingman 0. Hutch 14, Salina South 6. Augusta 6, Mulvane 6. Stafford 20, Maxwell 0. Eureka 14, Humboldt 0. Hillsboro 6, Halstead 3. Bueller 14, Circle 6. Haven 7, Douglas 0. So that's kind of what that Conway scored last week. Haven beaten Douglas there. So Heston 21, Nickerson 6. Riverton 7, Cherryville 0. How is that for a lot of scores?
That is the Lions Dental Care scoreboard here from Ellinwood.
That's where I get my teeth done, Lions Dental Care.
Lions Dental Care providing healthy smiles with
How's
a
my
gentle
smile?
touch.
Check it out.
It's awesome, Clark.
Think it's healthy?
Ellinwood will give it, and it will be a gain of maybe 3, and Sterling will take another timeout. Let's keep it right here.
Well, we're going to score again before half.
So 149, Sterling takes its second timeout. We were visiting about those games. Haven, I saw them when we had them in the Jamboree there, and they were supposed to not be all that good this year, and they've been impressive.
Are they
so
winning?
Far. They are. They winning tonight, and
they won a game already.
Well, yeah, They won
Who
last
did they
week.
beat?
Can't remember who they beat last week, but they have.
Somebody from the CKL?
Yeah, I would guess.
I don't know how strong conference CKL is. You know, it's had a lot of state champions with Heston and, you know, some of them in the past, but you're only as good as the year you're in.
I think, Haven, you said Halstead and Hillsborough playing tonight. Hillsborough, the count came out yesterday for the districts for next year and the year after.
We're talking football?
Football here, and Sterling remained 1A in football by basically one student. Sterling came in at 123 out of the bottom 3 grades, while Hillsborough drops down to 1A at 124. Ellinwood will punt 4th and 8. Newberry back. This is a much better punt. It's got some air under it. Wyatt will call for a fair catch, and Ty Hammocky blasts him. And they didn't. The Ellinwood crowd not happy, but Newberry with the fair catch signal.
Did you see it happen?
Absolutely.
Okay, see, I didn't see it either.
Well, you didn't hear me call it.
I heard you call it, so I was thinking, well, he must have did it, but
yeah,
I wasn't obviously paying attention. I must have been watching how high the ball went.
So if indeed he did wave his arm, which he did, and that will be not sure what that penalty is.
It's probably 15 yards, isn't it?
It is a personal foul, as Clark mentioned, and so that'll be a 15-yard penalty with the ball at the 47. Thank you, Clark, for sloshing your ice in my ear there. Appreciate it. And now he'll be chewing his ice as Sterling will finally take over at the Ellinwood 38-yard line, 39-yard line. They'll put it down. 1:42 left. Sterling up 30-0. Cameron Morris over the football. He'll grab it, and Logan Isaac behind him along with Farney. They'll toss sweep to Darnauer, his first touch, and he streaks to the right side, and he might go all the way, but he's drugged down, though, at the 7-yard line. Nice tackle there by, I believe, that was
an Ellinwood guy.
Yeah, it was.
Definitely was an Ellinwood guy.
Landon McNeff with the tackle, but Jay shot out of a cannon.
It looks like he gets faster every week. Am I off on that?
100% agree. He turned that corner, and he got around there pretty quick. Nice block out there by Porter Anderson. So Sterling in business, sitting on about the 8-yard line. 1:12 left in the first half. Sterling with 1 timeout remaining. Newberry in motion. It'll be, or actually that's Darnauer, and he runs it through.
Hey, he's got him a touchdown.
So a little ISO they'd run for Maxwell over there at Mound Ridge, and Sterling up 36-0 on the undefeated Ellinwood Eagles with 1 minute remaining. So Darnauer with an 8-yard run caps that 2-play drive with all of the yards. Sterling continues to go for 2 here. Lewis back in at fullback.
These 2-pointers are adding up.
They sure are.
We keep getting them. It's adding quite a bit to our total.
And so if this holds, I don't remember the rule anymore, but they'll give it to Lewis. Lewis will be pushed into the end zone by his lineman, and it'll be just short. So Ellinwood rises to the occasion, but it is 36-0 here in Ellinwood, and we'll break for 1 full minute here remaining in the half. Sterling up 36-0 from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth.
Still working on your summer to-do list? Your neighborhood Ace has the best brands you need to tackle any outdoor project. Choose from a big selection of outdoor power equipment, plus find quality tools to complete your workshop. When it's time to kick back and enjoy the weekend, we've got the perfect furnishings and decor for any outdoor space. Plus the latest grills, from hosting a family barbecue to giving your kids the perfect place for backyard play. Crydag Ace Hardware, Dodge City, Lyons, Mays, and Meade.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hi, this is Tori Tip with State Farm Insurance. At Tori Tip State Farm, serving our community and protecting our customers are our top priorities. We offer a wide range of insurance options to cover what matters most to you. Stop by on the square in Lyons today and make sure that you have all the coverage you need and none that you don't. Tori Tip State Farm, 620-257-3106. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
adastraradio.com.
1 minute remaining in the half. Lane Weigel will kick once again. Sterling strikes in just 2 plays on 2 runs by Jace Darnauer that covered the 39 yards in about 12 seconds of play. The kick is out now again to the 10 again, and this is Hammocky, and he streaks up the middle, and he's got, he had a chance there to go all the way. He'll fall forward after being tripped up by Myers. And they'll take
I was looking forward to Lane trying to make the tackle on that.
I was looking, Lane was back there.
He was going to have to come up and do it.
David Myers with the ankle tackle has Ellinwood taking over at their own 44-yard line with 54 seconds remaining in this first half. Clark, what is the rule on the running clock? Is it 30 points
30
the whole
points.
second half? Or
I think it's only the fourth quarter.
Only fourth quarter.
But I think you can agree, if both teams agree, to run it right away. But I think it's only the fourth.
Well, 3 years ago when these seniors were freshmen, we saw a running clock frequently that year.
Against us.
Yeah. Brock in motion. They'll run option this way. Coleman will pitch it back to Hausman, and he's going to lose 3 yards at least. Run out of bounds by Haas and Plouts and Myers and Farney and Maxwell. Maddox Link over there to join in on the party. Clock continues to run, 33 seconds left.
I guess we're not going to try to stop it. Thought we might try to get the ball back again, actually.
We only got one timeout.
Yeah.
So can't probably do much there. Stick around.
We don't need very much time if we get it.
We'll have the Lions Federal Bank halftime report. And so they'll throw a little swing pass over here, and it'll get about 4 yards. On the reception is Cohen Gunn. And Ellinwood will be satisfied to let the clock run out. And we will too, as Sterling leads 36-0 here in Ellinwood, as it's been all Black Bears as they've scored on every possession of this half. Again, Sterling leads 36-0 over the Ellinwood Eagles here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Stay tuned for the Lions Federal Bank halftime show.
Find local sports content online at adastraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's first half and catch you up on other scores around the area.
Kansas. Trust the power of blue for your CanCare plan. Families trust Healthy Blue for doctor visits and prescriptions. New and expecting moms trust Healthy Blue for pregnancy support. And Healthy Blue provides extra benefits for your whole family. Choose the brand Kansans have trusted for more than 80 years. Visit choosehealthyblue.com/KS for more details. Trust the power of blue.
There is still time to make 2025 your year. For a limited time, sign up for MTC Fiber Internet and get free internet until 2026. You'll get internet that is 10 times faster than cable or wireless, plus a local network built by neighbors for neighbors. For more information or to sign up for service, stop by your local MTC office, call 877-216-9951, or visit mtcforme.com.
Big savings are happening right now at Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine in Hutchinson. Don't miss huge markdowns on 2024 holdovers, like the luxurious Jeep Grand Wagoneer L or the electric Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack, each with over $14,000 off MSRP. That's right, I said $14,000 off MSRP. And as Mr. Samuels always said,
come by, let's be friends.
See dealership for details and exclusions.
At Powell Law, Tom takes the time to make justice accessible for everyone. That's why we offer free consultations day or night, and even on the weekends. Whether you're dealing with a workers' compensation claim, personal injury, or an accident that was no fault of your own, the dedicated team at Powell Law is here to evaluate your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Don't wait. Call Powell Law today at 620-241-9000 to schedule your free consultation. Because at Powell Law, Tom takes the time to be there when you need him the most.
With your halftime sports update, I'm Lucky Kid.
The Kansas City Royals wrapping up their regular season this weekend, taking on the Athletics tonight and Saturday night. Both have 9:05 starts. We'll have Sunday's finale on 98.9, 1540 KMCP. The pregame will be at 1:30. Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Baltimore Ravens Sunday afternoon in the late spot. The pregame at 2 on 96.7 KMPK and Real Country 98.9 GBK. Both teams entering the game at 1 and 2. The Chiefs are coming off their first win of the season last Saturday over the Giants. The Ravens coming off over a loss to the Lions. KU and K-State will both be at home for morning starts on Saturday. The Jayhawks hosting Cincinnati with pregame at 9:30 on 94.7 KSKU. The Wildcats taking on UCF. That game also has an 11 a.m. kickoff on Saturday. The Saturday KCAC football slate is highlighted by a game in Wichita as Friends is hosting Evangel. Friends ranked 7th this week in the NAIA. Evangel is getting votes after they were knocked off by McPherson last Saturday. The Bulldogs also getting votes in this week's poll. McPherson hosting Ottawa for homecoming Saturday afternoon. Pregame at 12:30 on 98.9, 1540 KMCP. Bethany Swedes are on the road Saturday evening to take on 17th-ranked Southwestern. 5:30 pregame on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. Sterling College Warriors are at home. They'll face Avila Saturday evening. 5:30 pregame on Kansas Rocks 100.3 KNZS. The other Saturday games in the conference at Bethel at St. Mary. That'll kick off at 1. Tabor at Kansas Wesleyan Saturday night at 6. We'll be back to take a look at your scoreboard right after this.
Do you know which credit card works best for you? Understanding your budget and spending patterns is something First Bank does best. We'll be here to help align your financial goals and lifestyle with the card to fit your needs. Contact First Bank today to learn more. Member FDIC.
The Sterling Black Bears Booster Club supports Sterling Junior Senior High School students and their activities through the help of the community and parents. To learn more or become a member, email blackbearboosterclub@gmail.com. Good luck, Black Bears.
Great news! Pools Plus is extending the fair spa sale through the end of September. All in-stock spas are at an all-time low and ready to be delivered. Call 620-662-0202 to schedule your pool closing. Shop local, shop Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
Perkins Angus Ranch to Table wants to be the best part of your meal. Premium locally grown Black Angus beef available Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 2 to 6 at 715 East Main and Lyons. Orders taken anytime. Perkins Angus Ranch, from our ranch to your table.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matthew Perry, and I work with McPherson Dental Care, and we are excited to have 6 locations in our communities in order to serve and take care of your dental needs. McPherson Dental believes whether you are 2 or 92, your teeth are important to your overall health, and we want to make sure we are taking care of you and your loved ones every step of the way. It's our honor to live and work in your communities, and we want to thank you for choosing us and letting us be your hometown dentist.
That's McPherson Dental, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. With a family myself, I know how important managing expenses are. If you are thinking about shopping your family's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been saving families across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance.
Scores moving in a little bit slowly tonight here on the Central Kansas scoreboard. Let's look at the scores we do have. At the end of one, Hutch High was leading Salina South 14-8. In the second, Beeler up on Circle 14-6. In the second, Trinity Catholic up on South Sumner 21-7. Central Christian led Fairfield 14-0 at the end of one. Haven early 7-0 lead on Douglas. Heston up on Nickerson 21-6. That is a second quarter score as well. Sterling leading Ellinwood in the second 30-0. McPherson up on Winfield 20-6. That in the second. At the end of one, Smoky Valley trailed Wichita Trinity 6-0. El Saline up on Canton Galva up 14-0 at the end of one. In the second, Hillsboro leading Halstead 6-3. Marion leading Sedgwick 18-8. That was at the end of the first. Andiel up on Collegiate early 32-0. Also, Cheney leading Clearwater 14-0 at the end of one. Norwich trailing Argonia Attica 14-0 at the end of one. Southeast Zerlene leading Kingman 28-0. That was at the end of the first quarter. Hodgman County up on St. John 6-0 at the end of one. Stafford leading Maxville 20-0. That was in the second. Salina's Sacred Heart and Valley Heights scoreless at the end of one. Abilene leading Rock Creek 7-0 at the end of one. Stay with us throughout your upcoming second half. We'll be passing on scores as we get them here at the Ad Astra Radio Sports Desk. We'll be heading you back to your game right after this.
Stream Ad Astra Radio's local sports coverage on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Download it now. The Ad Astra Radio Sports Network, the statewide leader in local sports coverage.
Livestock nutrition, pet food to feed and seed, grain storage and the pet supplies, tires and batteries, crop chemicals, fertilizers, both fuel and propane. Professionals to count on, we can help you sell that grain. One Stop does it all. CPC is who you call, where full value is always guaranteed. You get today's technology and yesterday's values. Call your Central Prairie Co-op team.
When quality of care matters, let the compassionate and professional staff at Hospice and Home Care of Reno County serve you. We are committed to the well-being of our community because we are your neighbors and friends. We provide services such as home health, hospice, private duty, palliative care, and voice care. Count on us to provide your in-home health care services. Wherever you consider home, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
Hi, this is Todd Rowland. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated staff here in Sterling values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. A proud supporter of Black Bear and Warrior events, Bank of the Plains, an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
At Health Equip, we are committed to bringing comfort to you and your home. That's why we specialize in health and mobility products designed to keep you feeling your best and living with ease. From CPAPs and BiPAPs to oxygen services and respiratory supplies, our full line of equipment is backed by friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to help find the right fit. Right now, enjoy 20% off our power mobility products and lift chairs. Find us at healthequip.com or visit us in Hutchinson, Newton, and McPherson. Health Equip, comfort, care, and a better way to live.
At AstraRadio.com.
Back in Ellinwood, it's been a first half for Sterling, that's for sure, and we're at halftime, and this is the Lions Federal Bank halftime report alongside Clark the Shark Comley. At the break, it's Sterling 36-0, and well, it's been all Black Bears. They've been dominant in this first 24 minutes. Sterling wasted no time getting started on the opening drive. Senior running back Zane Farney finished it off with a 1-yard run and added the two-point conversion to make it 8-0. And in the second quarter, the Black Bear defense set the tone there as Landon Aguilera forced a fumble after a reception and giving Sterling the ball near midfield. Zane Farney recovered that on 4th and 3, a rare 4th and 3. When Sterling took over, Wyatt Newberry broke free for a 20-yard touchdown run to extend the lead to 14-0. Moments later, after Newberry set up the drive with a 26-yard gain, Farney took it the rest of the way on a 32-yard touchdown run. Jacob Lewis would punch in the conversion to stretch the margin to 22-0. Farney wasn't done, though. He intercepted a pass and then just a minute later ripped off a 42-yard touchdown run, pushing the lead out to 30-0. And then Sterling was able to use its timeouts, hold Ellinwood to force them to punt, and Jace Darnauer would get into action, the left halfback. He carried it twice, 39 yards, including a 31-yard scamper, and then where he was hauled down at the 8-yard line, and then he would finish it off with an 8-yard touchdown run with 1 minute remaining, and the Black Bears with a 36-0 advantage here at the break. Zane Farney in the first half, 128 yards, 14 carries, 2 touchdowns. These stats brought to you by the sure-to-be-right stats of the game by Wendy Comley tonight, running those. Wyatt Newberry, 4 carries, 61 yards, and I believe 2 touchdowns. Jace Darnauer, 2 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown. And Logan Isaac, 4 carries for 18 yards. And the Black Bear defense, they allowed 20 yards total rushing offense for Ellinwood, including and forced 2 turnovers, an interception by Farney and a fumble recovery by Farney. And Clark, what'd you think here in the first half about it?
I thought that we're playing pretty well, and I thought my keys to the game were pretty much right on, and that's going kind of what I thought it would, but you never know. Ellinwood has got a nice team, and we just can't forget that fact. They're going to win over half their district games, in my opinion. I might be wrong on that, but somewhere around in there, that's a nice season from. They're 3-0. If they win 3 more, they're 6-3. That's a nice season.
It's a great season, and they'll make they will make the playoffs if they can finish in the top 4.
It depends when they get their quarterback how they come to life. You know, I don't know. I imagine he's a shifty guy. Just looking at him, I was talking to him up here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty much best friends now.
Well, yeah, you kind of make best friends with everybody wherever you go. You don't remember a name, but you do. I was going to ask you his name, but I knew that was a waste of time for you to do.
I can describe what he looks like.
Yeah. He's wearing an Ellinwood jersey.
Yep.
I didn't realize that was him.
Well, I didn't either until I started talking to him. I said, I used to be the quarterback, but I hurt my ankle.
Well, he should be back.
He thinks he might be back next week.
They travel to South Sumner next week.
I think they're probably going to do fine down there, and that'll put them at 4-1, feeling pretty good about life. We're just good.
I think we are good.
We have a very good football team with a lot of depth, and we're not making mistakes on the offensive side of the ball.
I refuse to say that what hasn't happened to Sterling all year, so I'm not going to say it. So don't you say it either.
You think you're the problem?
I know I'm not the problem. I don't want to
jinxer of
contribute to the problem if there is one. Sterling hasn't done something all year yet, and so at least by my count, Sterling comes back on the field, but a really nice half by the Black Bears, and we don't know the rule, but
yeah, I looked it up.
I
did AI on it.
You did, and what'd you find out?
Well, there's no rule in case in the regular season that mandates you do a running clock.
It's okay.
It's each conference can decide how they want to handle it. And then there's a 35 rule that's kind of seemed to be like accepted throughout, but 30 or 45 seems to be the most two popular numbers for conferences to adopt.
Well, 45 is the official rule,
I would think.
Sure.
I think that's for 8-man probably. 8-man school will be 45.
Well, I want to give a shout out to a lot of our listeners. Of course, Clark's favorite viewer, your mom.
Yeah, is she on there?
Mary Lou, we guarantee.
How about the Saints? I was talking to her on the phone last night.
Do we? Yeah, Clark.
She says they listen every week to kind of keep track of people. You got anything in Utah?
We got them. Yes, we got them from all over the country, and of course from Florida to California to Oregon to maybe New York. My map isn't showing up very well.
Can we get some background music when you do this part of the show?
Well,
like Romper Room, really. Every time it just reminds me of
that was not what I was thinking of.
That's
but
what
I get it.
Used to be like.
For those older people out there that know Romper Room, but all over the country tonight.
Did you get Romper Room in Syracuse? Did you even have TV?
My wife was on Romper Room.
Your wife was not on.
She was on Romper Room.
How would she get on Romper Room?
She lived in Wichita, and so she was.
So everybody that lives in Wichita.
I don't know. She was friends with Miss Fran, so.
Wow. Did she enjoy it? Was she one of the stars of it?
No.
Or was she a one-time appearance?
I think it was one-time appearance and didn't say a word. I think
she was mute on Romper Room.
Yes.
Do you remember those things that they would walk around on that had the strings coming out of those cans? What were those things called?
I don't know, but I wasn't lucky enough to have those.
Were those romper cans?
You know, mute is one thing that we have a difficult time of doing with the Shark, and so here in
how would I do on those things now at 60 years old?
Bad. No.
Oh my gosh, that'd be bad.
You were going to be bad at 6 years old. Sterling leads 36-0, and do appreciate you guys watching this tonight. Of course, Loyal and Sterling, and Mona Ball, and Tammy Hossman, Jan Oden, and Mary Lou, and a lot of others that watch.
The Boost usually watch.
Yes, and the Newberry family out in Denver, and well, there's just a lot of people. Don't want to leave anybody out.
Yeah, you can't start naming names because you can't think of them all.
Well,
and I can't remember the one I just said 2 seconds ago.
No, the Saints is who you're thinking of. And, but they are watching from all over the country, and it's just fun to watch Sterling have success. Like this team, it doesn't look like the teams we've had the last 3 years. You can see it building up to this.
Yeah, I would agree, but you're doing too much thinking. They look the same guys. They're just bigger and faster now and stronger.
That's what I'm saying. There's building to this. They just look like they're experienced
Yeah, they're just not making as many mistakes.
No, they're not.
And we're faster and stronger than we used to be.
The concern last year was their run defense, and so this summer they switched to a 4-3, and it's been pretty effective. At least
if you had
tonight.
a telestrator, you could draw. You could draw out the 4-3, for everybody to see what you're talking about.
I think they're probably 4 linemen, 3 linebackers. But it just now last week they struggled, but as Coach Schneider said,
I think there's going to be a lot of people struggle against Inman.
Well, I agree, and he said they found some holes that they were, exposed them a little bit. He didn't tell me what, but found some exposures. That's the beauty of winning, and then being able to go back and fix them the next week. But I don't want to look too far down, but it wouldn't be surprising if we saw Inman again at some point.
I never know how all that playoffs.
Well, there's a long way to go before they set those brackets, and 16 teams make this side, 16 from the other side, and then we'll see how it falls out.
How many total teams in 1A are there?
There are 38 next year. I think there's 40. I want to think
32 out of the 40 teams make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Well, making the playoffs is just not that big a deal.
Well, if you're
when you say we made the playoffs, you only beat 8 other teams in the whole class.
Yes, that's true.
There's got to be some terrible teams in the class.
Well, we went out to Ellis a few years ago, and that was a playoff game. And so I want to thank Wendy Comley for the Sure to Be Right stats.
I don't think you
the
can
game
just
of
say
the stats.
Sure to Be Right
and,
just right off the bat until you check them.
The Sure to Be Wrong, Chad Comley has been, I think he might have been helping. But
I think he's probably eating whatchamacallits.
He was pretty excited about the whatchamacallit he found last week at Mound Ridge. So we're ready for the second half, and Lane Weigel's leg might fall off here as he kicks again, although he hasn't kicked any extra points, and maybe that's why they're trying to let him rest. I don't know. Let's check out that has been the Lions Federal Bank halftime report. Got any new scores, Clark, on the Lions?
Romper Stompers is what those things are
Romper
called.
Stompers.
The fan base is texting me. So half our fans are our age.
That's true, or older. And so Sterling will kick off. Do you have any interesting scores there that are?
We just read them. Oh my gosh, they've sent a picture of them. They're still sold.
Well, I might just have to buy you a set of those.
No, they're not going to hold the masses of my gut. They're not industrial strength Romper Stompers.
Well, we're about to start this second half. Lane Weigel will kick it off, and he squibs it down the middle, and it will be picked up by Hausman. He'll pick it up at the 22-yard line and be brought down by Jacob Lewis for the tackle, where Ellinwood will take over right there.
Hey, we got Coach Ball watching tonight.
Well, that's
somebody that's contributed to a lot of what's going on here.
Last time Sterling was 4-0 or 3-0 was clear back in 1992 with that team, and then 4-0 was my first year at Sterling as the Black Bears ran off 8 straight victories that year before losing to Peabody. And
man, you would have been up for Assistant Coach of the Year with that kind of record.
They put me so far away from the field and paid no attention to me. I was on a pole at Fairfield. I didn't even get to come down at halftime.
That's so funny, but I think it's so true.
It was true. Brock
wind blowing 90 mile an hour.
Yeah, they didn't. It was too dangerous to come down. Brock with the carry, 1 yard gain maybe, and so they just said stay up there. And I think that was probably the wise call. They didn't need me.
Who else was coaching then? What was their whole staff?
Well, Jeff Bennett was, and Mike Berblinger was the head coach. Kelly Patterson and I came in the same year, and believe it or not, I was the offensive line coach. And that tells you how good the offensive line was that year because they let me coach it. There was no coaching by me.
I didn't know you coached offensive.
Yeah.
Well, why isn't our line any better if you're an offensive?
Toss sweep to Hausman. He makes a really hard run for about 10 yards, and it probably will be a first down for Ellinwood.
You know, with your line experience, we should be dominating.
I am not the line coach.
Oh.
I'm the helper.
Maybe
we only get 3 minutes a day to practice.
Oh, my gosh, that's not true.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 1, 10:27 here in the third as we just started. Ellinwood will sneak it off the right side, and that will be a first down for the Eagles, about a 1 yard gain by Cade Coleman.
That's been a pretty successful play for him, quarterback sneak. It's been a while since I've seen so many mosquitoes on football fields in in public places. Like this is a public thing. You'd think you'd get the thing out and spray it.
Are you trying to tell somebody something? Last night they were
No,
pretty thick at Sterling.
I was doing band today outside, and mosquitoes everywhere.
Well, there's a lot of water standing. Lake Black Bear was full the other day, and still some
Lake
puddles.
Black Bear is a breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Now under 10 minutes left. Brock in motion. It'll be a give to Wirtz. Wirtz will take it up the right side for a gain of 3.
Oh my
Bring up
God.
2nd and 7.
Everybody's chiming in. Now we got Keith chiming in.
Keith Patterson, of course.
Yeah.
He would join us, I think, 2 years later, maybe the next year, as would Monty Ball.
You got Chad Bennett coaching now.
Yeah, we do have Chad coaching now.
Next generation.
Jeff's son. Hossman in motion. They'll run an option here. They got a messed up option. And Farney comes in and strips it from Hossman, and he'll recover it himself on the 20-yard line. And the clock continues to run as we are in a running clock situation, Clark.
Now they're doing it? Okay.
Yes. And so Farney will strip it. Let's hope he didn't get hurt there.
Yeah, he's kind of laying down there a long time. He's limping. That's not good.
And he probably will be done for the night if the clock is indeed running. And Zane will hop off.
He's going to make it off there, but he's not feeling too good.
So he is hopping away. And so he is most certainly done tonight as Jacob Lewis comes in at fullback.
That's kind of like when Mahomes goes limping off. There's just a silence in the crowd.
So as we are over the 30-point margin, Sterling up 36-0. Clock will run the rest of the half, and Sterling in no hurry to run a play here. It is homecoming here in Ellinwood.
I wonder if they got a dance tonight.
Maybe dodgeball, for real. It'll be a give to Lewis. He'll bounce it right, and he might have fumbled it. Nice hit by Hossman, popped it up and out. Looks like Sterling was able to recover the football.
Yeah, but I saw a little bit of a dancing by Jake.
Yeah, nice lateral move there. Yeah,
he's usually just straight ahead, but you could see the potential for greatness there.
So bring up 2nd and 1. Lewis will stay in as left halfback will be Darnauer. Right halfback is still Newberry. Davis Thompson in at the slot receiver or wide blocker. It'll be a give. Actually, they'll pull it to Newberry. Newberry around the left side. He'll have to beat one man, maybe two. Breaks a tackle, and he'll fall down at the 6-yard line. Nice carry by Wyatt. It'll be 1st and goal.
He beat one guy.
Haas will come in at the tight end position. And Sterling looking to tack one more on. They'll mark it at the 8-yard line. They said he was down. He jumped forward to the 6, but they'll mark it at the 8. Now 6.5 remaining in the half, or in the third quarter.
This seems to be ticking along a little faster with them.
Yes, it is. They'll hand it to Newberry on an ISO, which he hasn't run yet this year, and a really nice tackle by Brock. And Wyatt will be down at just outside the 5-yard line at the 5.5, 6. 2nd and goal from the 6. So Ellinwood comes in at 3-0, Sterling 3-0, and Ellinwood came in at 3-0 last year, and Sterling ended that. They would go 4-5 on the year. Sterling 6-4. Logan Isaac will call his own. He'll pull it and get over the 5, down to the 3, 2. And it will bring up 3rd and goal from the 3.
I thought he was going to walk in, but it closed up pretty quick.
Sterling will host Medicine Lodge next week for homecoming. I'll have a separate stream for the homecoming ceremony, but you can still jump on early and listen to my pregame.
You're going to have 2 cameras going? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'll have 2 different feeds going.
Wow.
One for ours and one for the homecoming.
The radio, one for the stream for the radio, and one for our own people to watch their kids in homecoming.
Yep. So
very nice of you.
Have that for you.
Takes you forever to get stuff.
It does.
Set up.
Newberry in motion to the left, toss sweep. He'll split 2 Ellinwood defenders, and he will be in for his 3rd touchdown tonight, a 2-yard run for Wyatt Newberry to make the score 42-0. 5 minutes now. Clock continues to roll here in this running clock. First time this year that Sterling has done that. I did see a Medicine Lodge score. I think they may be.
They're up on Conway at half, 7-0 or something like that. I don't quote me on that, but something like that.
So Lane Weigel in for the first time tonight to kick the extra point. They'll rush him hard, but he gets it, and it will go right through and for the extra point. And we'll take our 1 minute break here in Ellinwood as Sterling leads 43-0.
What makes Sterling College special?
I have been to 30 different states and 4 different countries, and I've felt more at home at Sterling than I have in most of those places. It is just such a welcoming environment. I don't know that you hear that about every campus. I've been a Christian for 15 years, and I don't think that my faith has grown as much in all of those 15 years as it has when I've been here.
Learn with purpose at Sterling College. Visit sterling.edu today.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchison Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 620-513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchison Regional.
AdAstraRadio.com.
In Ellinwood, Lane Weigel will kick it off again as we're now at the 3 minute mark as the clock continues to run. And Lane with, I can't even count how many times he's kicked it off. And that one will actually go out of bounds. And so Ellinwood will take over probably at the 35. And so Wyatt Newberry's 2-yard touchdown run after.
All right, here's one for your trivia mind.
Okay.
What year was it when we lost to Smoky Valley in the playoffs?
That would be 1993.
Well, there's no way to check your answer without just looking it up somewhere because I don't remember all that stuff.
Well,
so you could just say 1996.
Actually, that wouldn't have been
1996, and I wouldn't know any different.
It was actually 1991. I'll take that back.
Who were some of the players?
Justin Henry was a senior that year.
There you go.
And that was after the 92 season where we got beat by Heston that year. But Smoky Valley in the ice after
up at Smoky. I went to that game. That was very cold. Was Anthony Stecker quarterback?
Yeah, he was the quarterback.
He got hurt and sat on the bench in the second half.
Yeah, Jared Rowland was in there. And on the first carry, Brock with a 5-yard gain, but Ellinwood has a player down. He'll hop up. That game was played on a Saturday. It was originally supposed to be played on a Tuesday, but remember we had a blizzard in Sterling on Halloween on that Tuesday night. We were supposed to travel over to Lyons, couldn't play the game, and then played it on the next Tuesday where they had bladed off the field. Beautiful night, and Sterling would defeat Lyons and then go on to lose to Smoky Valley, who I believe might have made the state championship game that year. A backwards pass and a run, and
kind of an odd-looking play there.
It really was.
They tried to do that on the other play too. I don't know. You think that's a trick play?
Got to be designed, and
there's the big kid limping. They don't want to lose him.
Trace Tudor gets up limping, and
they don't want him to be done.
He'll check out. No, they don't want to lose him.
He's got the same run as Zane had a minute ago.
And I was.
That must be I hurt my ankle run.
About to mention that Zane Farney. Limping off the field after his interception or after his strip fumble. So it'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Ellinwood. Now 1 minute left in the third quarter, and they'll sneak it, but Coleman goes nowhere.
That didn't work very good.
No, sir. Well, without
We're just gobbling it up there. We're getting out the ball, and they got their center not in there. They got their backup now. So.
Kevin Ploutz and Eckley Eckert, and I believe that is also in there is Zane Wilson, the junior, seeing his first action tonight. And they'll move Lewis out to a corner. Be 4th and 5. Newberry will come in. Hopefully he'll just fair catch it. And 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. And Ellinwood they'll go for it, which they might as well. 12 seconds. They'll snap the football. They'll have a pass here, and they'll throw it in the flats to Hausman. He makes a nice move, cuts it back. He'll get the first down out to the 50-yard line. Finally brought down by Zane Wilson and a couple of other Black Bears, and that will be the end of the third quarter here in Ellinwood. Sterling leads Ellinwood 43-0 here from the Lions. Well, it's not the Lions Federal Bank halftime, but it is from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Back in 1 minute, Clark.
If you're looking for a friendly dentist that makes you feel at home, make an appointment with Dr. Douglas Henshaw, DDS in Sterling. Dr. Henshaw takes pride in maintaining your dental health and beautifying smiles. Specializing in orthodontics, bleaching, veneers, fillings, crowns, and bridges. Dr. Henshaw's office can also help with personally fitted mouth guards, mini implants, TMJ, and sleep apnea. Online at henshawdds.com. Trust your smile to Dr. Douglas Henshaw, DDS in Sterling.
If high fertilizer prices have you scratching your head, call our team of professionals at Heartland Soil Services and let us help you determine exactly what you need, where you need it, for all of your fertility needs. If you've grid soil sampled within the last 4 years, we've got the data to make the prescription to put your fertilizer exactly where you need it. Or, if you'd like to try a grid soil sample, call us today and we can help. And remember, unless you test, it's just a guess.
At AstraRadio.com.
In Ellinwood, now that we start the fourth quarter, Sterling lead 43-0 with a running clock. I want to thank Sterling College, game sponsor tonight. Whether you're looking to join on campus or online, Sterling College has the programs and activities to help you become a leader. Be you, be a warrior. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless. A toss to Hausman. He goes around the right side, cuts it back, and he'll slip for a gain of 2.
So we got a shutout going. When's the last time we shut somebody out?
You just think I'm a computer.
Well, all you do is sit around on your computer for hours and after and look at weird stats like these things.
Yeah, well, that wasn't one I thought would happen tonight, actually.
Well, that's not a fair stat because a lot of points are scored when you're putting your subs in. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And so I don't think you can say it's that big a deal to shut somebody out or not.
Brock in motion. He'll take it on the left side, ISO, and it will be a gain of about 4 yards. Have you been injured at work or in a car wreck? Pile Law takes the time to explain your options and get you the benefits you deserve. Stay with us after the game for the AdAstraRadio.com locker room show. And we will also have the Pride Ag Resources Ace Hardware Player of the Game. And good luck with that tonight, Clark.
Well, I'm not a good guy to get player games because I just move it around.
Well, I like that.
I don't do a legitimate player of the game, you know.
Hausman flies forward for another 5-yard gain as Sterling getting a number of players in there, including Brad Gillespie and Wyatt Little. Darnauer in there and Zach Edwards. And who else do we see out there, Clark?
I see number 21. Is that Wyatt Little?
Wyatt Little, yeah. Wyatt Little. And, of course, we mentioned Zane Wilson. I believe Eckley Eckert was out there. Not sure who they play on Monday. I know they're not playing Ellinwood. That'll be a fumble, and Eagle will get back on it. And that will be a loss of 3 yards. I'm not sure who they might have picked up on Monday night. Last week, the freshmen went to Andover Central and lost, I believe, 14-6.
Yeah, they held their own there.
JV went to Sedgwick, and I think they shut out Sedgwick, or at least it was like 56-0 or 56-6. Volleyball's on the road to Burton, I believe, tomorrow, I think. To Lions. They're on the road to. Beautiful hit by
David.
That was David Myers screaming off the edge. Forced the fumble, but Brock was able to get it back. Now back into the game for Ellinwood is.
All right, we're really starting to play a lot of guys now.
Into the game is Dual Kazar, your favorite.
Yep, 62's in there on the line.
We've already called Zach Edwards, and Nolan Wellman is out there along with Kipton Smith tonight. He has seen a lot of action in earlier games, but with Ellinwood so run heavy. maybe not as important to have him. They're running toss sweep.
Well, Duel got back there.
I think Duel might have gotten held, but Brock runs it around the left end, still going, and he will carry it for about 25 yards, and it will get the ball down to the Sterling 24-yard line. It'll bring up first down, 8:37. Any interesting scores, Clark, that you saw?
Not really.
Nope.
But I do have this. I don't know if guarantee this is correct, but we shut Haven out 33-0. Now, is that ringing a bell if I tell you that?
Haven?
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time?
Well, according to Kobe.
Okay. Well, Kobe would know.
Not an official stat guy, but he's pretty good at that stuff.
Osman will get around the edge. He explodes through, but will be brought down, but it'll be an 8-yard gain. And I know the Sterling sideline sure would like a shutout here, and Ellinwood wants to not allow that.
So that clock is going fast.
8 minutes remaining.
Like I said, you can't base anything off that sort of
Yeah, I would trust the Cobra.
No, that's not what I mean. Because somebody scored.
Yes, you can't.
It doesn't say you weren't dominant, and we've been dominant on the defensive side of the ball tonight.
Kobe Comley checks in that Medicine Lodge, I believe, is up 14-13 on Conway. They'll run a double handoff, and Brock will get down to maybe the 6-yard line, brought down there by Lane Weigel.
Let's give Kipton some credit for keeping contained on that there. He fought off that block for a long time.
So another first down for Ellinwood now as we're approaching the 7-minute mark. And first and goal from the 7, as you heard.
Eckley's pretty big. I stood up next to him in the hall today. He's big.
Brock in motion. He'll stop. It'll be a give to the fullback who's seeing his first action tonight, and that is Cale Williams, and he will score the touchdown, and it will be 43-6 now here in the fourth quarter as Ellinwood gets on the scoreboard with 6.5 minutes remaining in this contest if the clock continues to run.
Well, let's their band play their fight song.
Yeah, it's on Wisconsin. You know, my mom was a cheerleader at Ellinwood High School.
Really?
Yep. For the Eagles when they were really, 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 really good.
We should have had her send a picture. We could have put it up on the broadcast.
Could have, and I believe Williams will get that. So the 2-point conversion is good, and so it's 43-8. 43-8 here in Ellinwood. We'll take one last break before we get to the postgame.
One last? You don't go saying that. You may have to eat those words.
That's possible. 30-second break here in Ellinwood from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Sterling 43, Ellinwood 8.
At Blue Stem Pace, we understand that navigating health challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we're here to support people ages 55 and better with a comprehensive care program, including medical management, social activities, and prepared meals at our locations in Hutchinson and McPherson. Let us partner with you to manage your complex medical issues and help you live well at home. Call today at 844-588-7223 or visit bluestempace.org.
At AstraRadio.com.
Brian Richter, Clark Comley, as Ellinwood puts their first points on the board tonight, and the clock continues to run in between, and so now we're under 5 minutes as the Black Bears are going to run their record to 4-0, and Ellinwood will fall to 3-1. They'll head to South Sumner next week. Sterling will host Medicine Lodge for homecoming. Medicine Lodge in a battle down there with Conway Springs.
Are you calling this a victory at this point?
Well,
you never want to call it early.
I do on this one with the running clock.
You're feeling safe about it?
Ellinwood will onside kick, recovered over there by a Black Bear, and lost in all of it. Couldn't find a number. And so
we can kind of see him over there, though.
Sure can. Sterling will take over on the 50-yard line. And Lane Weigel out there at wide receiver. Xander Bagby at the right tackle. At center is Zach Edwards. Kevin Plout still out there at right guard. Nolan Wellman in at left half, and Sterling will take a timeout.
Got to organize this thing.
Yes. Also see Easton Diazio out there.
I'm pretty sure a mosquito bit me up here in the booth. I could be wrong, but I think one got me on my shoulder.
Do we need to go visit the brand new Ellinwood Hospital for your mosquito bite?
No, but how to get in here?
Well, the door's been open all night, you goof.
Not our door.
It's resulted.
It definitely bit me because it's starting to itch worse.
It is.
Now that I touched it, it's really on fire.
I apologize. That's all there is to it. I can't say any more than that. And thankfully, out of the timeout, we're back to football. And this will be Zach Wohler showing some wheels on
Got
that
a little
bad
speed
knee.
there, Zach.
Off the right side at quarterback. He'll have about a 7-yard gain, 3:30 left.
You know, they got a new invention for skeeter bites. It's like a pin thing. You stick it on the bite, and it sucks the poison out. It quits itching. I don't know if it's true, but Kyler and Alex were, like, banging it all over their arms because they had skeeter bites, and they said it takes the itch out. You believe it?
I'm not falling into this trap. The virus that is Clark Comley and the vortex that he creates sucks everything in. And so I'm not going down that road. 3 minutes left. Jacob Lewis will get it this time. Bounce jump cut for about a yard. Might be a first down. Now under 3 minutes left. It'll be just short. Davis Thompson out there trying to catch the other lineman on the left tackle over there. Oh, Derek Crone's still in there. I believe Cody Schweitzer still. Actually, that's Maddox Link at the right guard.
Yeah, I think we got a whole new group out there.
Zach Wohler, except Derek Crone's still in there. I love his long white socks. This is a quick carry by Nolan Wellman. We'll get a hold on Lane Weigel.
They sure threw the flag at us.
So Wellman with a carry would have been a first down, 3rd and inches, and now it'll be a hold, and that will make it 3rd and about almost 11. 2 minutes remaining here in this contest.
21-13, Medicine Lodge over Conway with 7.5 left to go.
Say that again for me.
21-13, Medicine Lodge is beating Conway with 7.5 minutes to go.
You know, I watch Conway on film. They're maybe not as fast, but they're physical. They're big.
Well, they're losing.
They are. And
so you're saying Medicine Lodge might be pretty good?
I'm saying Medicine Lodge is pretty good. I still think Conway's good. And so this is a pitch to – well, now they're going to blow the whistle. I think Lane Weigel jumped. Easton Diazio, he was getting a sweep. Now under 1:30 remaining. This is the clock has been running the whole second half.
That's a good thing with the mosquitoes coming out so much.
You are concerned about these skeeters. Stay tuned for the AdAstraRadio.com postgame where I'll have the sure to be right stats from Wendy Comley. And Zach will hand it off to the fullback. I think it might be Jacob Lewis, and it was. Jacob will get about 4. It'll be 4th down, 49 seconds left in this contest. You sure it's not a flea?
I don't know how a flea would get up here in the booth. It'd have to be a really jumpy one. We don't have any dogs up here or nothing.
That you're aware of.
I've had a dog that had fleas and jump off. Be sitting there and they jump right off a dog onto you.
Maybe that's what happened. 30 seconds left.
Oh, that's not what.
This
is not what we're dealing with.
End of the stupidity. Sterling will snap it maybe one more time, 10 seconds, and Diazio will get the toss, And he'll get enough, but it will be a turnover on downs, but not enough, as the clock will hit 0. And Sterling will win this thing 43-8 here from Ellinwood.
It was a nice showing by us.
Sure was.
I think we got to feel real good about that.
So stay tuned for the Ad Astra Radio post-game show. We'll be back after this break, and we'll break down this game here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth.
Stream the game of the week on your phone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app. Next, the AdAstraRadio.com Locker Room Show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game.
Protect what matters most with Kansas Central Services Insurance. Our team prioritizes your protection, peace of mind, and budget, ensuring you have the coverage you need when you need it. Kansas Central Services, now located on the east side of the square in Lyons and online at insurekansas.net.
Manufacturing facilities, warehouses, oil, fuel and water storage, grain elevators, product makers, rooftops, HVAC containment, refineries, garages, and more rely on the quality and integrity of WIFCO products. Go to WIFCOSP.com for more. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
Running a business is tough, but protecting it doesn't have to be. At DJ Kaufman Agency, we offer comprehensive business insurance that keeps your hard work safe. Whether you're a small startup or a growing enterprise, we've got the right coverage for you. From liability and property insurance to workers' comp and business interruption, our policies are tailored to fit your needs and your budget. Contact us today, 620-669-0410, or stop by our office in Hutchinson at 17 East 30th Avenue. DJ Kaufman Insurance is a member of the Trusted Choice Independent Agencies.
Did you know that at Sterling Medical Center, your family physician can also provide your OB care? That's right, seamless and comprehensive care right in your hometown. At Sterling Medical Center, your doctor for your regular checkups can also guide you through the incredible journey of pregnancy and care for your newborn. From delivering your bundle of joy to routine adult and pediatric visits, we've got your whole family covered under one roof. Call us today for all of your family's needs.
Need space for your stuff, big or small? We store it all. Briseño Storage, LLC has boat and RV storage, self-storage, outdoor parking. Call Briseño Storage, LLC today at 620-894-5000.
Don't wait for pests to become a problem. Call Robertson's Termite and Pest Control in Lyons today. 620-257-2012. Serving Central Kansas since 1957. Robertson's Termite and Pest Control, because your home deserves the best.
AdAstraRadio.com.
Welcome back to the AdAstraRadio.com Locker Room Show. It was Sterling 43, Ellinwood 0 tonight, and in a running clock in the second half, Sterling led 36-0. And let's look back at how we got here tonight. As Sterling set the tone early and never looked back, Black Bears opened with a methodical drive and capped by a 1-yard touchdown run from Zane Farney. He also added the 2-point conversion to make the Sterling lead 8-0. In the second, Sterling's defense again sparked the momentum as Landon Aguilera forced a fumble, and on the ensuing possession, Wyatt Newberry broke loose on 4th and 3 for a 20-yard touchdown run, and that made it 14-0. Minutes later, Newberry gashed Ellinwood again with a 26-yard burst, setting up a 32-yard scoring run by Farney. Jacob Lewis tacked on the conversion for a 22-0 advantage for Sterling. Farney would get it continue to dominate, snagging an interception before racing 42 yards for another touchdown. Then Jace Darnauer capped the half with an 8-yard scoring run, and after the break, after breaking free for a 31-yard gain and then an 8-yard, as I mentioned, 8-yard runs, Sterling went into the locker room in total control at 36-0 with a running clock. In the third, Newberry punched in a 2-yard touchdown run, stretching the margin to 43-0, and that was with 5 minutes left in the third. And then Ellinwood finally found the end zone midway through the fourth when Cale Williams carried it for 8 yards and a touchdown, and the Eagles converted the 2-point conversion to make it 43-8, but the night did belong to the Black Bears. And the Black Bears moved to 4-0 on the year and undefeated for the first time through 4 games since 1989. Ellinwood falls to 3-1. Clark, what stood out to you out of this this game?
the improvement on the defensive side of the ball, but that's not a fair statement because Ellinwood's not Inman. They create different problems. And I think your comments early about the changing of defense was done to stop this type of an offense, whereas Ellinwood is going all over the place, throwing it. And
you mean Inman?
Inman, yeah. I mean Inman, yeah. They run different stuff. So we're thinking we're going to play quite a few teams that run a power run type game, and I think we proved tonight we can stop it with a pretty nice center. I mean, the guy in the middle is pretty tough for Ellinwood. So I think that bodes well for our future as we move on. By the way, Medicine Lodge just scored another one. They're putting it on them now.
Now what's the score?
28-13, I think.
Okay. So, well, that'll do it for our first segment here. And after this break, we'll come back and we'll name our Pride Ag Ace Resources Player of the Game. And from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is the Sterling Black Bear football on Ad Astra Radio. Stay with us.
Stream Ad Astra Radio's local sports coverage on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Download it now. The Ad Astra Radio Sports Network, the statewide leader in local sports coverage.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
Ready to travel but worried about poor coverage? With Nextech Wireless, you get the best service wherever you are. We may be Kansas-based, but you still get coverage nationwide. So, go out and explore knowing that we have you covered. And for a limited time, get the Google Pixel 9 Pro or Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus and a Google Pixel Watch 3 on us. Nextech Wireless, connecting Kansans.
Ethanol production is not just about keeping the American grower up and running. It's about keeping all of America good to go with a fuel that makes sense. Kansas Ethanol Alliance is proud to contribute to our local economy and call Rice County home. For more details, go to kansasethanol.net.
Keep your fleet running strong with New Image Trucking Service Center. Reliable repairs done right. Full service shop for your cars or trucks. We'll have you back on the road. Call New Image Trucking at 620-680-9342 today.
AdAstraRadio.com.
Back here in Ellinwood on the AdAstraRadio.com locker room show, Sterling defeats Ellinwood 43-6 or 8 with a running clock in the second half. A few stats here. For Sterling, Zane Farney, he went 14 for 128, which is what he had at halftime. Logan Isaac, he had 5 carries for 19 yards. Wyatt Newberry almost got to the 100-yard mark. He ended up with 98 on 7 carries. Darren Maxwell had 2 for 9. Jacob Lewis, 5 for 21. Jace Darnauer, 2 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Zach Wooler, a carry for 7. And I think that was it. And for Ellinwood, Hossman would end up with 48 yards. Sterling held the whole team to 20 yards in the first half. Brock would end up with 35, and Coleman with 5, and Williams with 7 for Ellinwood. Well, now it's time for the player of the game, sponsored by Pride Ag Resources Ace Hardware, the helpful place. And tonight, Clark, what are you thinking here?
Well, I told earlier, if you listen to our broadcast all the time, if you're going to make me choose the player of the game, I'm not choosing always the best player of the game. I'm just passing it around. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you got Cameron Morris last week, and I thought that was a really neat choice.
I mean, usually the same guys dominate stuff. our linemen never going to be player of the game because you don't see any stats by them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless they make 40 tackles or something. And they probably should be. You know, they probably ought to be player of the game, but that doesn't often happen. Anyway, I'm going to go with Jace Darnard because he's been blocking his tail off this year and made a lot of great defensive plays throughout the season. He finally gets the ball into the end zone tonight.
He sure did.
So my choice for player of the game.
I like
Jace
that.
Darnard.
And, Jace Darnauer would be the Pride Ag Resources Ace Hardware player of the game, the helpful place. We'll pause for another break, and that wraps things up, and then we'll wrap things up with one last look at the scoreboard, and this is Sterling Black Bear football. And we'll continue here on Ad Astra Radio and Black Bear Broadcasting in the adastraradio.com locker room show.
Walton Plumbing and Heating at 112 North Broadway in Sterling is who to call for expert heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Call them at 620-278-3462, a proud supporter of Black Bears and Warriors sports.
Man Wyatt Tanksley Injury Attorneys.
Liability issues are complex. The manufacturer fought and fought. The best offer they made was $30,000. The jury returned a verdict for a little over $11.1 million.
Man Wyatt Tanksley Injury Attorneys. Big firm muscle, small firm hustle.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed or embroidered? Hi, this is Tyler with 37 Print Company in Hutch. Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, we've got you covered. Check out our work on our Facebook page at 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Why choose I Need a Cleaners? Expert dry cleaning and our professional shirt service. We take time to care for all your special items. When laundry piles up, let us do it for you. I Need a Cleaners. It's where to take your clothes.
Hello, I'm Nicole Gallion. Imagine coming home to a place where the neighbors feel like family. In Sterling, Kansas, we pride ourselves on small town charm and big opportunity. With a vibrant downtown, excellent school system, our private college, expanding employment opportunities, and new housing developments, Sterling offers something for everyone. Easy access to neighboring cities and our renowned old-fashioned 4th of July are more reasons we think you'll agree that in Sterling, the quality of life shines.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy from the Hub Brick Oven and Brewery, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. The station, Coffee and Bakery, is open at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday for all your coffee, bakery, and ice cream fixes. Don't forget to try one of our delicious appetizers. Our brick oven is fired up from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Come get your grub at the Hub.
AdAstraRadio.com.
Welcome back to Ellinwood for one last time as we wrap up the AdAstraRadio.com locker room show, and we'll take a few things here to finish this up. Clark, any scores right now?
There's a whole bunch of them. You want some more?
Just a couple that we could add to
it's
the,
hard to,
the local scores.
That's hard to sort them out. I'll try to. All right.
Any district scores other than Mound Ridge, Conway Springs, did you see any tonight? And if not, that's okay. Again, Sterling.
Hillsboro 22, Halstead 13.
That's a big win for Hillsboro.
It's not over. It's 3:31 left.
Well,
Ellsworth 44, Lions 3, 11 minutes in the fourth. Trinity Catholic 48, South Sumner County 7. That's a final.
That's who Ellinwood will play next week.
Little River 52, Gossel 6. Bueller 35, Circle 6.
Good win for the
Andale puts it on Collegiate 46-0. Let me say that one more time. Andale 46, Collegiate 0. Andale is just rolling.
They are. Andale, you mean?
Andale, yeah.
Yeah, and Collegiate, if holding them to 46, must be pretty good. Well, that'll do it for the Lions Dental Care scoreboard. And next up, Sterling will face Medicine Lodge for homecoming next week. We'll have homecoming at 6:40 on its separate stream.
Now, how would they find the separate stream?
Same place. Same place. I'll make sure it's on there. But really, if you really want to do it, go to go.shsblackbears.com, and it'll be easy to catch that.
You say it so fast, like people can't get it that fast.
Go.
Geo.
Dot.
Yeah, so far so good.
shsblackbears.com.
There, people got that now. They all wrote it down.
Yeah, they sure did. And Ellinwood, as I said, travels to play South Sumner at South Haven. And, I think Sterling dominated like you predicted, at least to me privately. I didn't think it would be quite, I wasn't expecting a running clock in any way, shape, or form. I don't know that you did either, but you thought Sterling would dominate.
I think we're just going to dominate most of the teams we're playing. We're outclassing people. You don't know till you walk the halls with them, and they're bigger and they're faster than they used to be. Their muscles are popping out. And that's what football, that's when you start doing good, is when you're bigger, faster, stronger.
And it's been 4 years for these seniors, and a lot of kids on the team getting a ton of experience. And so Sterling runs its record to 4-0. And first time we've been able to say that since 1989.
How'd it feel?
It feels good.
Feel pretty good?
Feels good to been through all of those years, coached a lot of those and been through this. So it's fun to watch our kids and coaches enjoy that.
Our whole school system's just kicking some tail, honestly.
I would agree.
I don't want to brag too much, but
make sure you come to see
fact.
Clark's choir concert on October 23rd. You'll be in for a treat. Well, this has been Sterling Black Bear Football and the AdAstraRadio.com locker room show and Ad Astra Radio and the Black Bear Broadcasting from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. And for Clark the Shark Comley and studio engineer Rockin' Heath Schroeder, I'm Brian Richter. Thank you for joining us tonight. Say goodnight, Clark.
Good night, Clark.